Welcome to the Odd Panel Podcast, episode 223. I'm this week's host, James. With me, as always, my two best buddies in the world, Michael and Evan. And we're here to bring you the new... Okay, we're not going to bring you anything. Just our usual bullshit. Welcome to our usual bullshit.
Our usual bullshit, and we're his two best buddies in the whole world, Evan. That's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
That's right.
But you know what? I love to build someone up only to tear them down. So that day's coming.
There you go. Exactly. Exactly.
I believe it.
A reckoning. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's. You know what? I'm gonna be a revolutionary this week. Let's start with me. All right.
Oh,
How was my week? It's about me this week. I didn't do anything this week, actually. Nothing happened. It's a pretty uneventful week. I got my
lab go.
I mean, I just walked away from it. I got to a point where I walked away from it. So this week I was doing the NCSC core, which is like the Nutanix certification training for making new clusters, building new servers and shit like that from scratch. The class was rancid. The teacher was 2 hours late. He gave us the wrong time. He had the wrong lab information together. He had... This is full of errors and mistakes. It wasn't a good class, which is surprising because my company is on it when it comes to that type of shit. I'm kind of really surprised that he worked for them, but he was a bungler. So I need to just, study on my own, probably. So that's definitely what I'll be doing next week. To take the test sometime late next week or the week after. But it should
internal training, not from
party. Yeah, it's internal training. Yeah, and it was really bad. It was exceptionally bad. But yeah, so I have that. That was my part of my week, and we had some really complex, pain in the ass, poorly worded labs to do. And I tried to get on Discord and have Michael do them for me, or help me. And Michael was useless. Yeah, no, we couldn't get them done because of just stuff in them didn't work, So that's honestly no big deal.
Did you try rebooting?
Yeah.
I'm all out of ideas then.
Yeah, there you go. I mean,
we're calculating subnets and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it was a pain in the butt. It was a pain in the butt. But you know what? I was excited to do the class because it's going to help me get my shit here in the house up. Because this class is all about that. It's all about getting that stuff, about new clusters and building new systems. So that was exciting.
Say, if you set up all this stuff in your house, then you'd know how to do it, right?
Well, the problem is there's a dozen ways to set up a Nutanix cluster. And the thing is, they have their right way. And every other way is wrong. So I'm a little bit leery to just do it the way I want to do it because I could probably get it set up through trial and error, but I would probably learn a bunch of bad techniques, That's what I noticed in the other test. I had a lot of ways. So there's, like I said, there's 6 ways to do everything in Nutanix. But in my last test, I got questions wrong, I know, because I was like, oh, it's this. And they're like, no, we want you to go this way, even though it's the same information. They're like, the information on the dashboard, not in this place. I'm like, but it is there. That's where the information comes from. But they want you to look on the dashboard. Mm-hmm. So that's basically how that is. Anyway, so did that training. It was lame. Got a new game, Becastled. It's a tower defense castle building game. Actually, I like it a lot. It's hard, but I like it. What else? I play Squad, which is my go-to game. And I've been playing Armor, which I don't normally do. Normally I run infantry. I play infantry, which means I'm a squad leader, so I lead 8 other guys in the game to accomplish a hour-long goal. That's basically how it goes. Hour, 2 hours, depending on how long the game is. But it could go 2 hours. So for 2 hours, let's say you're in charge, and you basically have to lead these guys to victory. And I started doing that because I wanted to put myself into a situation where I was like forcing myself to lead. And it's been really helpful from that extent. But now I started doing armor, which is like a whole different like meta and a whole different like the game has just changed for me completely. And it's a lot more fun and a lot more easy because I don't have to worry about like dealing with all these like 8 other egos and what's this person gonna do. Like it's like every single time you go into a game, you have to learn. It's like you're starting a new company and learning the intricacies. That word. Intricacies. You're learning the Is that the word? That can't be the word. Intricacies? That sounds weird. Sounds like something.
It's not intricacies.
The emphasis is wrong, but yes, it's the right word.
The emphasis.
Yep.
Anyway, you're learning new people's shit every time, which is fucking crazy. But when you do armor, you don't have to do that. So I've been like immersing myself in that all week. And then I found a new show, which we'll talk about later. I'll mention it briefly. Counterpart with J.K. Simmons, a really good show. Watched Invincible episode 4, I think, episode 5, episode 6. If you're not watching Invincible on Netflix, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Not Netflix, on Amazon. It's really good. It's a really good show. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it's hosted, but it's a great show. Let's see, anything else? That's really it right now. That's all I got going on. Evan, let's jump to you. What do you got?
Nothing is nearly as exciting as your week.
Well,
worked. For the next 2 weeks, I will be working during the days in the office.
That's exciting.
Pulling out hardware. So not only is it going to be physically challenging, I'm losing money to do it. So that's fun.
Because you're working 9 to 5 or whatever.
Correct.
So you're not getting your 50 cents extra per.
Not getting my nighttime differential, but you know what?
Right.
I'll do it because I believe in the mission.
You say I believe in this company
and my duty to the American taxpayer.
Oh boy.
Let me get some more of this Kool-Aid here. I love the government.
Yeah. So, are you still on detail?
I think I have one more week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's coming to an end. My reign as God Emperor of the Swing Shift for Wintel
I was like,
operations and maintenance is coming to an end. Yeah.
Damn, you're on your way to that 14, man.
There's actually a couple of internal positions for 14s open, but they're like so vague. They do this roster thing. I don't know if other organizations do this, but there's like a 6-month or 12-month roster. So you apply, and then anytime in a 6-month or 12-month period, if any like 14 comes up, they try to grab you. So it could be totally unrelated to what you're doing.
Oh God.
Yeah. So I'm still going to apply because money. Why not? I can say no.
It seems like a silly scenario.
It's a horrible way to do it while still claiming that you're creating jobs.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the way the Internal Revenue Service works, apparently.
It's called innovation, Evan.
It is. It's so above my understanding. I'm just not smart enough to comprehend how smart it actually is.
There you go. Know your place in this world.
Yeah.
Know your place. And where you fit into it. You're a puzzle piece, my man.
Yeah, I'm way at the bottom.
Good on you for knowing where you fit.
Yep. I'm a realist.
There you go. Play your position. Anything else?
Nope.
Michael, what about you? What have you been up to?
A little this, little that. Been at the new job, looking at the Google Cloud stuff. That's mainly what I'm being tasked with. So, just getting familiar with that environment. And
so, are you going to go for that cloud cert or no? Thinking about it?
Yeah.
The GCP?
Yeah.
Is it GCP?
GCP. Yep.
Okay. Google Cloud Professional.
No, Google Cloud Platform.
Platform. Okay.
And then I believe the first cert is ACE, which is
Associate.
Something cloud engineering.
Is it 3 or is it 2 or what?
I think it's 2.
It's like associate, blah, and master or something like that.
Or yeah. Well, there's a few in each one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. But so got my new laptop finally, so that's good. Can finally connect to the fisheries network, so that's nice. I haven't had much going on this week. I am expecting my order of food to come this week. Hopefully by tomorrow. I still haven't seen it.
For some reason, I was like, from your job, they're sending you food.
No,
from a laptop, food. Like, what's going on?
Like,
are you getting fish? Is that what you're getting? You getting a fish sampler? You work at fisheries, a fish sampler.
For only $15, they're sending me 9 pounds of scales.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, 9 pounds of scales.
Right. No, I ordered meals. So just like you ordered your meals through whoever, James.
Yeah.
I ordered some meals from another company that specializes in the keto.
Okay, what's that? Let's what are they called?
Factor.
Oh, okay, all right. How much is that?
Well, I'm doing a trial thing, and I picked. I believe I did 8 meals.
Oh, okay, all right.
So, yeah.
That's what, a week's worth, or how many? Is this breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Or is it just dinner? What are you doing?
I just did. Let's see how many. Yeah, I just did 8 meals, and so, I picked 8 kind of from there. You can pick what you want from their thing, or you can say just give me whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I picked 8 meals that I'll probably do for, lunch and or dinner.
You don't do breakfast. You're not a breakfast boy.
Not really.
Okay, all right.
But I'll probably eat a regular meal here or there.
How do you prep them? Is it boil in bag? Is it microwave, or is it like?
As far as I know, they come refrigerated, not frozen, but they're like a TV dinner. So you just they're like in a plastic thing, and I think you just put them in a microwave for a couple minutes, and you're good to go. I'll be able to give my review later. I did look at a couple reviews on YouTube, and people seem to like it. So.
Factor. FACTOR.
Yeah, it's factor75.com. Not fatter.
No, I was thinking of a spelling bees like factor. What's the Greek root, please? Can you use it in a sentence?
Oh boy, you know what? I thought you were laughing at the fact that I was spelling a very simple word, but in my brain, I thought Michael would be like, no, not spelled factor like factor, but spelled factor like with a K and an umlaut on top, or I think this is some wild shit, and then he was like, yes, factor. I was like, oh, okay.
TUR.
Yeah.
Or it's like the trend where you remove all the vowels, so it's like FKTR. Factor.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. That's what I was expecting. Not just the word factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of expensive. It's $100 for 8 meals.
Oh my god.
But I got $30 off.
That's expensive, Michael.
So it was $70.
It is. Interested to see the portion size. I mean, that's kind of like going out to dinner.
Yeah. Most of these aren't too bad. Actually, let me just show you guys. Let me see here. So I'll show you guys what I got actually. If you can view my screen. So you'll see what I got here. So the shrimp Alfredo, herb grilled pork chop, chicken fajita burrito bowl, keto chorizo chili, stuffed pepper casserole, some kind of brisket thing, jalapeno popper burger, and a taco bowl. And then you can click on here. You can click on each one and see the nutrition info and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these are more keto than others. And it turns out, and I wasn't even paying attention when I picked these, honestly. Some of them aren't really keto. They're just like, this is healthy.
Like the one James clicked on? I don't think you ordered that one.
I'm clicking on these, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. Yeah, when you actually, so I wasn't paying attention, but when you go to the main thing and order them, they have little icons on them to show, like, this one's keto, this one's low calorie, this one's low this, low that, you know. And I just wasn't paying attention, so I just ordered whatever. But
okay. Well,
but most of them are keto or keto-ish.
Is it factor.com or factor. What is it?
It's. I put a link in the show notes, but it's app.factor75.com.
Jesus Christ. App.factor. My God.
I'm assuming you could just type factor75.com, but the actual website is app.factor75.com.
So they have a feedback section. I'm noticing a distinct lack of any turkey-based meals. I'm gonna have to.
So these are just the ones I ordered, Evan, not what's available.
Well, I'm looking at their full menu, and I still don't see any turkey.
They have turkey, definitely.
You sure?
I just didn't pick it. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see here,
chili.
It was $99, and then I added something here, $12.99. This little thing at the bottom. And then I got a $30 discount. So with adding this and everything, it was $81.99. So.
Are you gonna try any of these wellness green shots?
No.
Brownie energy bites. They had a bunch of. I mean, they're going all in. They got a lot of shit here.
They have a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. There's not.
I just wanted to see. Really, I'm more interested in the meals themselves.
I mean, honestly, if you really wanted to do the keto shit for real, you could supplement everything with this. Like, so you get the 6-pack of shakes, then you get like a week's worth of meals, and you mix shakes and meals. You know what I mean? You could do something. You know, you definitely could make something happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pretty good. It's interesting. Keto truffles, cocoa, peanut butter.
So everything is.
Peanut butter. This is Evan's favorite ingredient. He could probably do something with this.
As long as I can add shrimp, which they do have as well. So
yeah,
I'm all set.
Yeah, there you go.
All the meals are just under 600 calories. It seems like so. Not the biggest, but not the smallest either. They're not like 200 or 300 calories or whatever.
So look, let me show you Mom's meals real quick. Let me switch here.
Let me stop mine.
No, you don't have to stop. You can leave your thing up. But just
that's fine.
I can just add mine.
I'm done anyway.
So this is it this one?
Show us.
I'm streaming the stream. That's what I was going to stream. Let me get rid of this.
Cool. Some meta shit, man.
Yeah, basically. Stream and a stream.
We've gone plaid.
So this is my order of Mom's meals. 21 meals for $79.99 a meal for $182.
Reasonable.
Okay. So the food is all. I mean, it's pretty. It's decent.
Yeah.
They don't have any keto menu, but they have a lot of shit. I mean, they're. Where's it? Our food, how it works.
Mom's meals, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, here you go. So cancer, diabetes, it's all hospital food basically. Gluten, heart-friendly, low sodium, renal-friendly, pureed, vegetarian.
Scroll that list.
Ooh, pureed.
Yeah.
Or is that it?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
I think the purple bar next to nutrition is deceptive.
Yeah, it is. It makes it. Yeah. I just saw that. I was like, oh shit, it's a scroll thing. There's more. I was like, oh wait, no, it's not more. But anyway, this is pretty good. So I don't know. I think Michael's is cool, no doubt. But that price, man, that price is like a lot. $15 a meal, or at the cheapest $11 a meal. That's not a deal. That's a lot of money. They better be fucking stellar.
Well, it's a couple things, right? You gotta think about it this way. Like, would it be cheaper for me to buy all this shit and make it myself? Yeah, of course. You're paying for.
I thought you were gonna be like, no, of course not. I'm like,
It's like, would it be cheaper for me to go to Red Lobster every night and
Yeah.
sit
Yeah.
down to a Cheddar
shrimp.
Bay biscuit meal? Probably not. No. Would I get more enjoyment out of it? Also, no. No, I'm kidding. No. I mean, it'd be cheaper, but of course you're paying for the convenience, right? That's
yeah, of course.
half the reason for all this shit, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, is it going to be a little expensive? Yeah. I expect that, you know. So
I'd like
it's
to
fine.
see where the densest of the calories comes from, because 600 calories is about, on average, all these mom's meals are 600 calories.
Yeah, this is 570, and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, percent of your daily value. So a lot of it is fat, which makes sense because it's
Protein.
keto.
Yeah.
And then there's protein in there also. Not too many carbs. So here's the thing: if you're just eating these meals, let's just say I had one for breakfast, lunch, and one for dinner, let's say, and that's all I basically ate for the day. This wouldn't be that many carbs, you know. It's pretty low. So when you start, adding other shit in, that.
So how long are you going to do it for?
I mean, I just ordered 1 week of it so far, so I'm gonna try that out, see how it goes. If I like it, if they're good, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, and this is convenient, whatever.
You could try a different meal service every other week.
Don't do that.
I mean, to see
That's
what
Evan.
company
Evan would
you
do
like,
this.
what meals you want.
Evan would do some shit like that. Evan's like, I'm experimenting at all levels.
There's nothing wrong with that. Just find what you like. That's fine. But I might do all these meals and then be like, okay, these aren't bad, and then maybe try some other meals from the same company. See how, all right, let me try Evan's favorite, the turkey dinner, and
Turkey
let me try
fettuccine.
and whatever else they got, and
See, my only problem with these things is, like, and that's why I did real eats before, thinking, it's like, oh, fresh, it's going to be good, Dude, there's like fucking 8 zillion milligrams of sodium per meal. It's crazy. And it was refrigerated.
Real eats.
Yeah, and it was a refrigerated, wasn't frozen. It was refrigerated food that only lasts a week. So they send it to you every week,
Yeah,
and every week you get,
that's what this is.
Yeah, but it still was filled with preservatives, which was crazy to me. I was like, what does it need this much salt for?
So what's the other one? Freshly?
Freshly's another one, yeah. But Freshly is just like ingredients. You cook that shit. They send you a box of ingredients.
Well, according to this, the one I'm looking at here, it says, choose your meals, we cook and deliver.
Oh,
You heat them up.
Okay,
Eat and
wait.
repeat. That's what it says for Freshly here.
Maybe I'm mixing that up with something else. I thought that was Freshly was the one that sent you ingredients. Which one sent you ingredients? That's one of them.
Yeah, I know Dave was talking about one of them.
They
tried. I don't remember
do
what
it.
was
They
now.
do the ingredients one.
Yeah, they do, but I don't remember which one it was now. Personal butcher. Nope, don't want that.
You know what this conversation has me craving right now? A loaf of focaccia bread.
I had one of those the other week.
I ordered Asiago bagel and a big ass loaf. I didn't realize what I was ordering was a loaf of focaccia. And I got this loaf of focaccia from the fucking DoorDash guy. I was like, what's this? What is this? And I was like, well, I must imbibe, So I'm sitting at my computer cutting slices of a massive loaf of focaccia bread. Oh my god, how the mighty have fallen, man. Who knew? You go from keto experimentation to eating a loaf of bread alone in a dark room.
That's how they focaccia.
Yeah. Buzzing. Yeah, there you go.
He said the thing in the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, yeah, good times. All right. Well, you guys want to jump into the news here?
I have one more suggestion.
Yeah, shoot.
Mike, you should see if there's a local meal prep business you can support, and they can make you whatever you want.
Okay. Tell me how to do that. Silver Spring Meal Prep
Yes.
in the Google.
Yep.
Okay.
How does the internet work?
Yes, please.
You mean I put
Please.
words in this bar and press enter?
Exactly. Fresh and lean.
Speak
So
your
fresh and
wish.
so lean.
Yep, exactly. Cook Unity.
That's a bad name. Pass.
Fresh Gourmet, and fresh is PH.
Ooh, that sounds
Not a
all.
fan.
That's vegan or something. No pass. No. Okay, fresh. It's all potato and hemp based.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I thought it was like for black people or something.
What? No. Is that a thing? Oh, it's perfect hips because it uses hip root. Is that a thing? Hips. Yeah, perfect hips and
Rose
everything
hips
else.
sort of thing.
Rose hips. Yeah, perfect hips.
They're based. Oh, okay. No, it's not for black people. It's based in Bethesda.
It's just some white guy too smart for his own good. He said, I'm a hilarious dude. PH.
What if Danny started a restaurant called Fish and Chips?
I mean, that's
But,
totally a thing
like
that could
the
happen.
band.
Yeah, that's totally a thing that could happen.
Oh, that Danny. I thought you meant the other Danny.
Yeah. That is 100% a thing that can happen. Fish and chips.
That's a great idea.
And literally, it's just,
Evan?
they're just playing fish all the time, and there's an assortment of potato chips. That's it. It's nothing else. There's no actual food. It's just bowls of potato chips and a room, and that place is a lounge.
Now, they could do French fries. That's all they do, and potato chips. That's
There
all
you
they
go.
do.
Yeah.
Both. So they cover both bases.
Yeah.
They're like, what kind of chips do you serve? We serve all kinds.
Yeah.
And not just potato chips, Mike. Tortilla chips.
All kinds.
Corn
That's what I'm
chips?
telling you, yeah. The sweet potato kind, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Kettle chips. So you can make
Nearly
Kale
limitless.
chips. Kale
chips. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe we should
Yep.
start this business.
Yeah.
It's actually a
Shove it
great
in Danny's
idea.
face.
We just have
Like,
earplugs in
look
all
what we
day.
did.
Like, yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
take it, but-
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
hate this. We want to kill ourselves. as soon
So
as
I
we
hate
walk in,
fish, but man, kale chips are great.
Yep. Exactly. Meal subscription. Here we go. Yeah, these look good.
yeah.
But
So,
it's expensive. Yeah.
so the nice
20
thing about
meals for
the
$190.
the nice thing about the local ones, Michael,
Yeah.
is they're probably like they rent some big ass kitchen and they make them. You know what I mean? So the food is like super fresh. Probably less
Yeah.
preservatives and bullshit in them too.
True. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll investigate. Sounds good.
What would be cool is if somebody had a meal prep service, a local one like that, that had like a menu of like 700 things, and you just called them. You said, "I want this," and they're like, "Okay." You know, and they made whatever you wanted. You know, like when I say a menu, they have like, we have these vegetables and these meats, and that's it. You know, and they just made a thing. You know,
Some people might call that a personal chef.
or a restaurant,
True.
maybe. Not really a restaurant, personal chef. Yeah, personal chef service. All right.
Right.
Okay, so really quick before we go into what's on the news, there's a lot happening this week. We recognize that the Derek Chauvin trial is still going on. We're probably not. I don't think we're going to talk about it because you all know it's happening. We know it's happening. We talked about it last week. It's not over yet. Maybe it'll end next week. We don't know. We'll talk about it when it's over again, though. But otherwise, we're not going to beat a dead horse. I don't think we should. You know, so no reason to bring it back up. All right, what do we got here first? This is an exploration on dog voice acting.
Yes. That is correct. You guys know Clifford? Well,
Yeah.
this is about Mr. Earl. What's his name, James? Earl Simmons?
Yeah.
Well, so he's like Russell Simmons, but not.
Yeah.
So rapper and actor DMX dead at 50. So we've been hearing this since I think last weekend. That he was on life support and this and that. Multiple times they said he's dead, and then they were like, no, he's not dead. But then he finally
Yes.
died, like 2 days ago or something.
That's about right.
Let's see, updated April 9th. So yeah, he died on Friday at a hospital in White Plains, New York. 50 years old.
Same day as we're talking about him later too.
Yep,
Say that again?
Prince Philip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Oh,
heard
did I-
same day as Terminator 2.
No, that's the same day as, well, we're going to talk about him later.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't. That's like no reason to just go into it.
DMX has a signature rasp to his voice. I guess.
Yeah.
I never thought about it, but yeah, I guess he does.
Yeah. He was a charismatic figure. Definitely, for sure. I was talking to someone earlier this week, like after after we found that he died, and I was like, the funny thing is, he impersonated police officers, oh, not police officers, FBI agents or something like that. He stole people's cars. He did a lot of drugs, a lot of hard drugs. Got addicted to crack. This is a man with demons, This guy's had a lot of demons. But what's funny about DMX? There's some allure about him that makes everybody be like, we don't care what DMX does. He was DMX. He's great. And I don't know what that is. I like DMX. I'm a huge DMX fan, right? To quote one of our listeners' wives from Facebook, she wrote on her Facebook page, she said, "Oh, James is all in his feelings this week," which which I was, you know what I mean? Like, I was in my feelings, DMX is shit I grew up with, I used to, Get At Me Dog was my alarm clock for an entire summer. At 6 a.m. it would play, blaring, Get At Me Dog. Randy and Gotti used to their dismay, they'd be sleeping on the floor in the basement, and they'd be like, oh no. It was like, that was every morning for a summer, in my basement. So, yeah. So I think, he's definitely a powerful figure in my life, but I never was like, oh man, I never like idolized rappers, so.
Raptors.
Yeah. So I never saw the like allure, I thought he was cool. I was like, oh man, I'd love to like smoke weed with this guy or something, or like have a beer or something like that. But that was basically it, I always viewed him as like not a great person. I was like, oh, this guy, he's sort of a bad guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's his vibe. He's that bad guy energy. Like he's like when you think about when you're a black guy like me who doesn't necessarily fit into that stereotypical black guy mold, and you think about the stereotypical black guy mold of what a girl, like when you think about the bad guy a girl wants to fuck and he's a black guy, you're thinking about DMX. That girl wants to fuck DMX. That's what she wants. So I don't know. But right. At the same time, I'm not like, fuck this guy, I'm glad he's dead. You know what I mean? Which is like how I am about most people. You know what I mean? Like, his life was worth it, so fuck him. But I don't know, man. It's kind of weird, man. Like, I'm not like, oh, DMX is dead, I'm sad. I'm just like, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's weird. It's a weird sensation.
Yeah, no,
you were in love, and he's gone. That's okay.
I mean, I was kind of sad. I was like, dang. I was like, that sucks. Like,
I mean, I was like that too, but I wasn't like, I guess maybe none of us are the type of people to be torn up about this shit, right?
I mean, yeah. But do we care more about him being dead than the next person we're going to talk about being dead?
Of course,
right?
Yeah.
And which person is arguably a bigger deal in the world? He's like, I don't know. He's like, that's debatable.
I mean, you know what? I feel like with confidence I could say DMX.
Oh, dang.
Probably.
And you know why I say
what
DMX?
Did you say? How many hit records did
Yeah, I was like, how many hit records does Prince Philip have? 0. I mean, that tells the whole story right there. How many times has anyone said this guy's debut album is the best debut album ever? Never. And let's be honest. I'm sure if I was British, I could list a long rap sheet of things Prince Philip has done that are great.
No.
But honestly,
I think I sent you a thing that shows the opposite of that. But yeah.
So from my perspective, though, Prince Philip is like a rich guy from a bygone era whose only claim to fame was being Dutch and white and old. Like that's his it. He was Dutch. He married Princess Elizabeth. or Queen Elizabeth, I guess, and that's it. I mean, he didn't have to accomplish anything. He was raised as royalty. So I mean, DMX was, DMX wasn't royalty. He was literally just some dude who was like, I'm gonna rap. My dog, like that, like, you know what I mean? Like, he came from nothing. So I don't know. You tell me who is more influential, and who had more to say about the world. Prince Philip was a fucking shadow.
Dude, I saw one meme that was like, so, who here found out today that the Queen was married?
There you go.
I was
Also,
like, yeah.
no one outside of England gives a shit about the royal family.
Dude, British people don't give a shit.
Oh.
There's a squad Discord I follow called Wet, and they're called Wet stands for We're Enlarged Twats. They're British armor guys who drive armor, and they're like, they have their own server and stuff like that of squad. And so I was reading their Discord the day this happened. They're like, who gives a fuck? They're like, nobody cares. They're like British people. They're like, and one of the guys said, less British people care about this than fucking foreigners. Mm-hmm. That's their opinion on it. And obviously they're a spectrum, right? Like, we don't know. I mean, I'm sure a lot of old British people give a shit. But dude, I remember being a kid and not knowing the Queen was married. And I was like, we've never seen her husband. Who is this guy? Right. Kids, the fuck is a shadow? He's a poof, ninja vanish. Like this like, who the fuck is this guy? I don't know. It sucks that he's dead, but he was 90. And he had all the money in the world. Yeah, 99. He lived a great life. He was rich, wealthy, fucking sired to a king, fucked the queen. I mean, what the fuck's the problem? It's not like he died tragically of trying to fight for his daughter's freedom or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I can never be upset about an old person dying, about a really old person dying, because they lived a long ass life. I'm upset when like somebody like my age dies, or someone like DMX dies, because it's like, this person was 50. This person was 40 or 30 or 20, 4, 8, 12. Those people didn't even get a shot at life. I got half a shot. DMX got half a shot, but this motherfucker had a life, had basically a life and a half. I have to add an extra half because he was rich. Mm-hmm. Shit. All of us included, Michael, Evan, and myself, will be lucky if we could get even that. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Anyway.
All right. Well, rip in peace, as Evan would say. Mm-hmm. Mr. DMX.
Rip in peps.
What does DMX stand for, Michael?
Dark Man X, apparently.
Which is so fucking weird, right?
I did not know that until now.
I knew that, but I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke. I heard people say it, but I was like, that can't be real. That's stupid.
I had no idea that DMX stood for something. I had no idea.
I mean, so there's in one of the albums, he's like DMX, Dark Man X, whatever. So, but I was like, well, maybe he's just rapping like a rap thing. He's just trying to be cool or something. I was like, honestly, DMX didn't need to sound. The word, like the name DMX, is almost like, it's like a cool word. You know what I mean? I can't explain it. It's like a cool. Think of a cool word. Like here's a good one.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. Yeah. What does it mean? Nothing. It's a cool word. No, I'm just kidding. It does mean something, but you know what I mean. Yeah, man. It's a cool word. Top secret. You're like, oh shit. Cool word. Anyway, all right. What's next, Michael? Is this you?
The muons and the gluons of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I made up the second one, but the first one's a real thing.
No, the second one's a real thing, too.
Gluon?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I must have heard it somewhere. There you go. So, this is about, I'll be honest, not really something I understand very well, but apparently they were conducting an experiment here with muons, at Fermi Lab, and using one of those big accelerator things. That's this big ring thing we see in the picture. So it's kind of like that thing at where's it, Evan? Yeah, exactly. CERN,
the Large Hadron Collider.
Yeah, very
this
similar
one's in
to that.
France, right? Fermi. This is in France, I guess.
It's in Illinois.
He's like New Jersey, like a.
Yeah. It's a U.S. Department of Energy Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory.
Great.
See, actually, James, it's in Greenbelt.
Yeah.
Isn't there one not too far?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, I don't know if it's still there, but there was a particle accelerator at University of Maryland College Park.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So, the greater Chicago area where Fermi Lab is located. So there you go. So they reassembled and upgraded their huge instrument, and they started the Muon G2 experiment in 2018. So they were trying to confirm an anomaly that was detected from another lab, the BNL lab, which I forget what that stands for now. But the
Big
Brookhaven National Laboratory.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
That's what it is. So another DOE lab.
It's definitely the big national laboratory.
That's great.
It is great.
So they're saying here that they still don't know exactly what the deal is, but what it's pointing at or strongly suggests that something weird and unexplained is influencing the magnetic field of muons in ways that are not accounted for by the standard model.
I bet it's that damn 5G.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Now, basically, they're saying muons are very similar to electrons. They're just a lot heavier. They have more mass.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. I don't know where you get a muon from, but that's fine.
I believe
From
there's subatomic particles.
Those massive mommy milkers.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You never heard that? Massive mommy milkers, Michael?
I guess not.
Get it together.
He's heard it. He just doesn't want to admit it. We're all deviants.
He probably coined it. It's probably his term.
Take credit for your work, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know you be posting on 4chan.
8chan, my friend.
8chan, there you go, yeah.
What is it? 8kun?
8kun is the crazy one. 8chan is the Japanese crazy one. Right?
All up my alley.
Yeah. 4chan was the Japanese crazy one that's now like crazy fucking whatever one.
That's the right-wing conspiracy one now or something. I don't know.
Yeah, sadly. That's where you can get your QAnon posts
It's
from.
my territory.
That's where Q posts at.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, yeah. I'll be honest, I barely understand what's going on here, but it is interesting. They're trying to... there's the standard model, and there's the this and the that. So it's... it's the old, you have the one thing that explains big things, and then the other theory that explains little tiny things.
Sure.
And so they're trying to get the grand unified theory and blah blah blah.
Evan, I need some more confidence here. You're our physics guy, right?
Yes, I am.
Evan is our physics guy. That is true.
And
Evan took one or two physics classes more than me.
I took more than that.
A dozen more than me.
And I have to say that I feel like all of this, searching for the mysteries of the universe is leading us farther away from the Lord. And all the answers we need are in the good book.
There we go.
I mean, all the wasted resources, wasted time.
Is
Just
that
go
why
to
you
church
didn't? You
and be
didn't
with your family.
Is that why you didn't finish?
Yes, I saw the light
That's what I thought.
in an optics 101 class.
The visible spectrum shows the Lord's masterful hand at play.
Have you heard of a prism? One of God's great gifts to the earth.
No, actually, that is the work of the devil. I didn't know if you know that, but
Please enlighten me.
that's devil technology right there.
Splitting of light.
Yes.
Why?
If light was meant to be split,
God would
we'd
have
see it
split
that way. Yeah, we'd see it that way. Thank you.
Well, we do see rainbows, and those are happy things.
And that's all you're supposed to see. Thanks.
Wait, are you saying that for a reason? Is there actually something you say? Is there a reason for that, Michael, or is this like just some shit you made up just now on the fly?
I just made it up on the fly.
Dude, I was like, yo, is he dropping some weird Catholic shit on us we didn't know, B? Let's go. I want to hear this shit. Let me get my tinfoil hat, dog.
Prisms are black magic.
So, oh, shit, yo. He's like, prisms are right up there with the gays. So, fucking hell.
Yeah, it's the reason we don't like rainbows, sir. No.
That's right.
Yeah, no, just going with the flow. There. Don't actually believe any of that. So. I like science. Yeah, I don't think the Earth was created 6,000 years ago or whatever people think. You know, neither does Evan.
Created
He's just
14,000 years ago.
he's just poking fun. He doesn't think that either. So it's fine.
Yeah, I think
He's like, don't tell me what I think and don't think.
You can't just decide what I think.
That's between you and God. Yeah, we know.
It is.
All right. We'll just go ahead. I'll leave the muons where they are for now. Next up, we already kind of talked about it, but Prince Philip died the same day as what's his name, DMX, on Friday. He was 99 years old.
That is the best
damn.
picture anyone could find of him in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
He did not look anything like that when he died.
No, he looked like a fucking corpse, boy.
Yeah.
He looked like, I was like, someone just took his dead body, put toothpicks on it. Yeah, they taped his eyes, and it's just like they weekend and Bernie's the shit out of him. Yeah, a microwave leather bag. Yeah, you're right. Like he never looks good, honestly. Oh, good. It wouldn't be the show if we get interrupted by my Google reminders.
Now, James, I'm actually curious. Since we get to experience this every week, that is a male voice.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't your reminders normally in a female voice?
No. I switched them to a male voice some time ago, and I don't know why exactly, but I did.
I was thinking maybe we could use that aspect to narrow down what service keeps doing this to you and try to cut it. Yeah, that's what he looked like.
Yeah, my God. That's what he always looks like. Look at this picture.
Mm-hmm.
He always looks horrible. Always. Look at this. My lawn.
Yeah, I mean, my lawns. No.
That's the best he ever looked right there.
Mm-hmm. I can see some Prince Harry in there.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. He's got some regal fucker going on. Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, they got the guy who plays him in The Queen on Netflix is what's his name? He's the guy who played. He did like 3 years of Doctor Who. British. It was like British guy. They're all doctors, all British guys. Prince Philip actor. Yeah, The Crown. Compare. See if someone has a side by side. Oh yeah, here we go. This guy, dude.
Oh, Matt something.
Yeah. That's his name. Yeah. Although one suit looks super ill-fitting. My God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh,
but yeah, he's I mean, I don't know, man. He's just a fucking. I mean, he's just part of this whole colonial history of fucking shit up that the British government is like known for. I don't know. I don't know that this is like a huge. I mean, I guess it's I feel sorry for his family. They lost a grandfather or whatever, but this guy lived a long, wealthy, powerful life. This is like saying one of the Koch brothers died. Like, who cares? Matter of fact, one of the Koch brothers did die, like last year or something like that, or a year before. But nobody gives a shit. Fucking Koch brothers, fuck out of here. Yeah, you never see them together. Look at that fake ass smile, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, bitch, don't look at me. I know you don't give a shit. And look at this. Look at the smile on her. Her smile is
very
so fake. Golly. She smells like a fucking android. Look at that. Look at that teeth. It's like she just like sat in front of a mirror when she was young and she's like, okay, smile.
Mm-hmm.
Smile. 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 And so she's been doing that same smile all her life. And it's a bad smile. It's a shit smile.
While she has murder in her eyes.
Yeah, she's dead inside. That might be a genuine smile right there. Yeah, dude, the fucking... And so they get these pictures of them together, like, take a picture for the Christmas card every year. They wheel this guy's fucking body out and sit him on the couch next to her. She's like, oh, God, he smells like sawdust and leather. You know? It's just like, she sits there, they prop him up, you know, they adjust the fucking rods in his hands. And he's like, ah. And she's like, all right. And then she goes back to fucking have sex with her corgis. Yeah, you know,
they put him back in the vat of preservatives.
Yeah, they put him back in his preservatives for another 6 months. You know, yeah, look at this guy. Jesus Christ. My God. Oh, my God.
And this is why I believe in euthanasia.
Jesus. Grinning skull. This is what you call... Look, guys, I want to educate you about something. This is a literary word you may not know, because we don't get to use it very often. This is what we call a rictus. Okay? A rictus. It's almost
Can you elaborate?
It's almost a terrifying grinning skull. A rictus. That's a rictus right there. A rictus grin, as far as I'm concerned. Jesus.
Are you going to say this is an example of riddled with phlebitis?
I mean, a good Republican body. Riddled with phlebitis. It's fucking best Nixon quote that never was. All right. Prince Philip. He's dead.
Yep. Rip and rip.
Yeah. I mean, it's too bad. I just don't know that what this is going to do anything for the fucking... I don't know. I mean, I think, you know, the interesting thing about this whole thing about Prince Philip dying is we'll get to see, like, in our lifetime what it looks like when royalty dies. On a massive, like, on a huge scale. Like the British government is, like, this kind of, like, weird bubble of, like... I don't know. Arcanum.
You said colonialism.
Yeah, but no, it's like to watch it's all the traditions and shit. You know, they're like, oh, break out the crown. Let's go to get the crown jewels. I mean, that shit's very interesting to me. So it's kind of cool to see that. You know, I think because DMX died, I didn't like engage with any of it. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna go on Twitter and just type in "rip X." You know, the funny thing is, when you look at a lot of the tweets for Prince Philip on the day he died, they'll say Prince Philip's dead. They'll say "rip X." Hashtag "rip X." You know. Anyway, all right. What's next, Mike?
So, yet another black man being treated not well by police officers.
All right, educate us while I get this unbungle this thing. I need to just make a Wall Street account, don't I? We need to have one for the podcast. Maybe we'll make one.
Washington Post.
Yeah. A Wall Street account, whatever that is. We'll make one of those.
Okay, sure. I think we have those already. That's something else.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, exactly. Evan has a subscription to the Financial Times.
Oh my God.
He gets that pink newspaper.
They figured me out.
Oh no, they did figure out.
All right. Anyway, go ahead, Michael. Share your screen. You pay for this, don't you?
No, every government employee can get a free account.
All right. Well, that's good enough. That's the same. Share it. Share your screen.
So, sure, I'll share it. Why not? Share. So it's pretty self-explanatory here, but a guy who is a Army officer was driving down the road and he was being pulled over by cops. So apparently the reason they pulled him over to begin with was that they didn't see his temporary license plate that was taped to the inside of the rear window.
Mm-hmm. Is that legal, by the way? Not like I'm victim blaming, but
probably.
I mean, people do it all the time.
I've seen cars driving on the highway like that. So
yeah.
I'm assuming it's okay.
With temp tags, you normally don't want to put them out there in case someone, depending on where you live, someone will steal them. So I've seen it before.
Yeah, I've seen it before, so I thought it was fine, personally. But
I've also seen it like this before, though, too, where this happens to this guy, and I think that's like something you should be cognizant of. Is like your tent is like set to 0% or like 100% or whatever. So why would you think people can see a temporary tag through your window? It's kind of silly.
Right, that too.
Go ahead, Michael.
But so they didn't see it, so they thought he was driving around with no tags, basically, and they pulled him over. He ended up going a little further down the road because he was like, "Oh shit, I'm getting pulled over by the cops. I better be in a well-lit public place." Mm-hmm. So he pulled into a gas station. I think that was like a couple miles down the road. So maybe that didn't help things, but still should be understandable. And the cops drew their guns on him and were like, "Get out of the fucking car," and all that kind of shit. And it's all on both they have body cam footage from their police officers, and then the guy also recorded stuff on his phone.
It's horrible that they go like right to anger and confrontation, not like, "Can I ask why you didn't stop 3 miles ago?"
Yeah, and I don't know if that's why they had their guns drawn, or if it was because of they made it sound like it was the license plate thing. Like that was the reason. They were like, "Oh, it was a felony." They were like, "It was a felony stop."
What?
Yeah. I mean, that's BS. So I think here's what I think.
So the guy is suing them, of course.
Yeah, which he should. That's great. Good for him. I wish somebody would pull me over like this. As long as I survive, and please come pull me over.
He hit the lottery, James.
Yeah, I'm like, whew. Look, you guys can beat my ass a little bit. Just don't choke me to death, But beat my ass a little bit. Let me get paid. I'll sue the shit out of Anne Arundel County or Montgomery County and get paid. I'm all for that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they need him. They did all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? He drives 3 miles, as long as he wasn't speeding, but he drives like so many miles away, like doesn't pull over right away. That fucking pisses cops off. Okay, you don't pull over immediately, that pisses him off. And then he didn't have a fucking license plate. To me, their reaction to the license plate thing is stupid, because if you don't have a license plate, you're obviously...
Oh, no, actually, I was wrong. It says that he pulled into a well-lit BP gas station, which took less than 2 minutes.
Okay, so there you go.
Okay.
So, but still, he didn't pull over right away. That probably pissed him off. Even if it was
And here right now, officers considered it a felony traffic stop, causing them to draw their weapons, blah, blah, blah.
But that's baloney. That's BS.
Yeah.
That's BS. Because if a cop pulls you over with no license plate, I mean, I've been pulled over before, not with no license plate, but with expired tags.
And so he's asking them, like, what's going on? Like, he's, like, confused.
Yeah.
And they're just like, get out of the car! Like, they're not, they don't answer him. They don't, of course, right? Compliance or death,
Yeah.
So, it's fucking bullshit. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. You're fine. But, yeah, I mean, I just think that, like, he's probably... I mean, they probably were like, oh, yeah, this guy is, up to no good or whatever. But even the reaction is like so crazy. It's like so much. I watched this video and I was just like cringing. I was like, it's so much fucking heat for a license plate. And the thing is, I think the assumption, at least to me, if I was a police officer and I'm not a cop, so I don't know. Maybe you see this. Maybe the data shows something different. But to me, it would seem like if someone's driving around with no license plate, they either are totally malicious and are stupid. Because there's no sane reason somebody who's like, I'm gonna kill a bunch of people will be driving around with no license plate. You know what I mean? Or I'm gonna take over the world. Like, why would you have no license plate?
Maybe they're a sovereign citizen and they don't need that type of identification.
Could be. I guess that's but that's that's probably the minority in the extreme. Okay, so I doubt that was on this cop's mind, but maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe it's like, I'm not trying to get shot for some sovereign citizen bullshit. Who knows? But the other thing is, you'd think, oh, this is a fuck up, or their plate was stolen. They don't know. So you would walk up to the car and say, you definitely give it distance like you would any car, especially when the windows are tinted like that. This guy's windows are tinted way too much, but that's not. I don't know. Maybe that's a city ordinance violation, but not a crime. I don't know. But I would walk around the car and be like, hey, man, you good? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, here's the thing, right? Why don't these guys ever try to de-escalate? Like, they never try to de-escalate. They never try to de-escalate. They always fucking ramp shit up, and they never think from their position what it would be like in on the other side. True. I know if I go, even Michael's a chilled fucking dude. If I go to Michael and start fucking with him, he's gonna fucking snap my neck. Like, every person has a limit. Like, I don't understand how they can't consider in a job where you're dealing with people all the time what the other person thinks or how they will react. Especially a man, whether you're black, white, or otherwise. No man likes to have their fucking shit pushed in and trampled on. No man wants to get this alpha male bullshit on them. They're gonna fucking be upset. I'm going to be upset. I don't like anybody telling me what to fucking do. I don't care who the fuck you are, especially if you're a cop, because I'm like, yo, I pay your salary. You work for me, yada, 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 so on and so forth.
You tell them.
Yeah. Michael, Evan knows what's up. Anyway, yeah. Michael, I'm sorry. Finish your story, Michael. Finish the rest, because I know there's more to this.
I mean, they asked him, and also I read they were giving him conflicting commands, orders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they're saying, like, keep your hands where we can see them. But then they're saying, like, like on the windowsill or whatever. And then, like, but then also get out of the car. So they would have to reach his hand in to open the door.
Mm-hmm. Or the cop could open the door for him. Or he could reach.
He's not reaching his fucking hand over there. Okay.
But maybe it's locked.
Right. So, it says here.
What if you just say no?
Yeah.
Like, get out of the car. Mm-mm.
Yeah, so he says, so they drew their weapons. They asked him, they demanded he obey to get out of the car. So he hit record on his phone, and he said, what's going on? He had just put his phone on the dashboard. They said, you're fixing to ride the lightning, son.
What the hell does that mean?
What?
Tase.
So they're saying, someone here, they're saying, invoking a colloquial term for execution by electrocution. Okay.
I think they were just going to tase him.
Yeah.
It says later on.
The cop is holding a taser, not a gun.
Yeah, then it says later on, Gutierrez is heard threatening to use a taser on the man.
Yeah.
Arthur said Ride the Lightning was most famously used in the movie The Green Mile. Okay.
It's probably some of that, too.
It says, shortly after police refused to say why they had their guns drawn, they pepper sprayed him multiple times. Because why not? So so after they pepper sprayed him, he tried to take his seatbelt off and get out of the car. The cops told him, you made this way more difficult than if you had just complied. Okay. They got him out of the car. He asked for their supervisor. He said in response and out of the video's field of view, one of the cops delivered knee strikes to the army officer's legs, which knocked him to the ground. And then it says they hit him some more before they finally handcuffed him. Okay.
Well, if he's at a gas station, hopefully they have that footage.
And then according to the lawsuit, now I don't think any of this is on tape or anything anywhere, the officers threatened to destroy his military career if he spoke out about the incident.
I don't think that could happen.
Yeah, these guys are police officers. So,
I mean, how does that even work?
It's a whole different level. I mean, they could fucking they could if he was stupid, right, and he was scared, they could make up some fucking trumped up shit and say, oh, we caught him with drugs. Like if he's dumb enough to be like, oh shit, okay, which a lot of people are, right? Then they could probably fuck his life up. You know what I mean? I'm sure they could. It's like if you had a clearance and I said, oh, this guy fucked my wife and fucking tried to diddle my daughter or some shit like that. Like, I could probably fuck your clearance up, you know? So, it's probably something like that.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. But
the question is what these fucking guys who claim to love the military and all this kind of stuff are going to say about it. This is always the fucking other side of this shit. Where you see this two-faced shit, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, we're pro-military, we're pro-police, but then they raid the fucking what's called and kill a cop. You know, they're pro-military until the military guy's black. You know, we'll see what happens. You know,
he's black and Latino.
Yeah, or we'll say no, they're pro-gun until
a black guy pulls a gun.
So Castillo was like, I have my permit, here's my and he gets killed right there in front of his kids. You know? But nobody NRA is like shh, silent. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. We'll see the silence from the right. That's the problem. You know? We're about to talk some more about that too in a second here. All right, Mike, you got anything?
I wonder if those if the two cops could be invited to the nearest military base, wherever that guy worked. You know, so the guy who was the victim can apologize for defying their orders, and then as soon as they're on base, the MPs would hold them at gunpoint and start giving them bullshit, you know, orders like, you better obey, we're gonna fuck up your career.
And pepper spray them in the face. Yeah. you know, the funny thing is, that of course would never happen, right? I wish. That'd be great. Yeah. Maybe in a movie that would happen, not in real life.
Some people say revenge is not justice, but I beg to differ sometimes.
I mean, sometimes motherfuckers gotta learn a lesson. Mm-hmm. You know?
Right.
Gentlemen, I will teach you about escalation. Come to my house.
He said, you will learn escalation. I will teach you the way. Like, okay. All right. So next up, we have more bullshit from the right. Let's minimize this. Okay. Mitch McConnell, long defender of corporate speech, now suggests executives should stay out of politics. Okay, if you don't know about this, basically what's happening here is Coca-Cola and the MLB and one other company, I think it was Delta Airlines. Basically, here's what happened. The right is passing a law in Atlanta, which is 51% African American, or in Georgia, which is 51% African American. They're passing a law to make it harder for people of color to vote. Okay, and this is like, it's voter suppression stuff, and if you don't believe me or you think, oh, it's not voter suppression, it's okay to give, it's people should have IDs to vote, and it's reasonable. I want you to think about all the people who don't have IDs, who are poor, who don't have time to go get an ID, or can't afford to get an ID, or can't afford the paperwork to get an ID, or anything like that, you know? And the thing is, these people are still American citizens, whether you have an ID or not. Having an ID shouldn't bar them from the political process. And the other thing is, actually, I'll show you something somebody showed me, because, you know, I was talking to somebody about this earlier this week, and I told them, they were like, well, you know, and it's funny, people take this like moderate, there's like so this is in response to voter fraud, which the Republicans in Georgia and all these Republican states, you know, they were defending their own positions against Donald Trump's onslaught, saying there's voter fraud, there's voter fraud, there's voter fraud. So all these election boards in these Republican states says there's no voter fraud. Sorry, bro, you just lost. Like, the voter fraud's just been debunked a million times to Sunday. So, but people take this moderate thing, you know, and this is what people do when they want to equivocate, right? They want to fucking, they don't want to, they're not ready to give up the ghost on these bad ideas. They say stuff like, well, there's voter fraud on both sides, you know? Oh, they're bad people on both sides. It's the same shit, right? So somebody said that to me earlier this week. There's voter fraud on both sides, and they pulled up the Heritage Foundation as their proof of voter fraud. The Heritage Foundation is a right-wing think tank, okay? And they showed their cases of voter fraud. You know how many cases of voter fraud were in Maryland since, like, 2007?
1?
4 or 5. And that's 4 convictions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? In Texas, there were, like, hundreds. But even hundreds of cases is not enough to say there's a voter fraud problem.
Right.
You know? Mm-hmm. That's like since 2008, hundreds. That's not enough to say there's voter fraud. It's not a real thing. So, anyway, of course, they're saying, so this is what this is all about. We need voter laws. We need these laws to help voters, to help to save us from voter fraud. You know, that's the whole thing. Even though the Republicans said before it didn't exist themselves. They said that there wasn't a problem because they wanted to defend themselves against Trump. So now Mitch McConnell, Coca-Cola and Delta and the MLB, Delta was like, hey, look, we're not going to be a part of this. You know, we're going to boycott these states that are doing this, that are trying to suppress the black vote, because guess what? Delta wants black people as customers, and Delta has black employees. Surprise a fucking prize. Black people work in their place. Okay? Coca-Cola the same way. Okay? I think Coca-Cola's CEO, I'm not sure. I'm not going to say that. I thought her CEO was a black guy, but I'm not sure. That doesn't matter. Michael will check and prove me wrong. So let's assume I didn't say that. I don't know the race of the Coca-Cola CEO. Anyway, so, and then the MLB, they have the All-Star game coming up in Georgia, in Atlanta, and they said, we're going to move it. We're moving it to Colorado. Okay? So that was like, I guess, a huge shock to these guys that they're moving the fucking MLB thing. So Mitch McConnell comes out and he says, corporations should stay out of politics. Now, here's the funny fucking thing about that. This guy was the guy, and I'm going to read you the fucking quote. For too long, some in this country have been deprived of full participation in the political process. With today's monumental decision, the Supreme Court took an important step in the direction of restoring the First Amendment rights to these groups, he said in a statement at this time. Do you know what groups he's talking about?
White groups?
Corporations.
Yes.
This is in reference to Citizens United. Okay? Now, what's funny is, this is the exact opposite thing they're doing to minorities. Mm-hmm. Stripping away minorities' political power. This is what this is. It's so fucking crazy. Like, these laws and shit are meaningless. None of this shit means anything. Because these guys say one thing out of one side of their mouth and something different out of the other side of their mouth. So this fucking hypocrite says corporations should stay out of, he says here later, so he says corporations should stay out of fucking politics, right? So, someone asked him, let me see if I can find it. He's asked, in this article somewhere it says this, but he's asked at the end of this thing, at the end of this press conference, someone says, so what should corporations specifically stop doing? You know, and they're trying to bait him, right? He's like, well, I don't mean donating. Donating is fine. Mm-hmm. So they speak through donations, but not through actions. A lot of problems here with this logic. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I thought this was important because it just shows the bullshit here, dude. You know, like I've said many times, I don't care what wackadoo shit you believe. You believe corporations are people. You don't see the problem with corporations who can leverage millions upon billions of dollars in our political system more than the American people do. You don't see that as a problem? Okay, fine. You're stupid. But okay, no problem. You need to look at yourself and look in the mirror and fucking have a think. Okay? There's definitely a problem with corporations leveraging millions of dollars more than, like, Evan can leverage. Like, I gave $25 to some political person. Coke gave $10,000. Who's he going to listen to? This is a capitalist society. The highest dollar wins. So, anyway, if you don't see a problem with that, fine, whatever. But you should definitely look at these fucking people who represent your party. You know, the Republican Party is a fucking hypocritical nightmare. All right, that's
James. The wording you were looking for is the 2 sentences right at the bottom of your screen right now.
yeah. Oh, I'm not talking about political contributions. Yeah, right here. Yeah, when asked to define the activities they should avoid, he responded, "I'm not talking about political contributions." Yeah, he's so full of shit. He's such a fucking dirtbag. He looks like a fucking sad fucking.
And somehow he has remained the favorite and in office for like 35 years.
Dude, I don't know. And this is so funny.
What's wrong with Kentucky?
Dude, this is so funny, right? Matt is from Kentucky. So Matt is like, you should come to Kentucky and live there. It's going to be great. I was like, are you fucking stupid? Why would my black ass go to Kentucky where this guy is running shit? I'm serious about this, folks. I know people like, a lot of people from the South are like, James, you should move to the South. It's great. This is the shit why I would never move to the South. Maryland ain't much better, but this is the shit why. Because it's like, if this guy's in power, he's proudly suppressing black vote. And if people don't believe me, this is a long-term strategy of the Republican Party. Okay, the Republican Party has been trying to figure out a way to suppress minority votes for years. Okay, it's a strategy that has been written about and talked about, and the biggest Republican strategist of the time, who Trump based this whole political fucking shit on, he was, when he died, his daughter opened his safe, and in his safe was all these letters and writings, and one of the writings was a framework for how to suppress the black vote. Okay, and how, and one of the first steps was voter ID laws. Okay, so this is not, so instead of like it. And I think at some level, the Republicans must know their party is not appealing to minorities. You know, because they are the party of corporations. They don't care about people. They never have. They don't care about blue-collar workers. They just don't. That's not their thing. Their thing is corporations. So they know they can't appeal to minorities. So what do? They just try to box us out. It's fucked up, dude. It's anti-American. You know, it's full of hypocrisy at every level, man. Every time you turn around, you see some hypocritical shit. You just gotta open your eyes to this shit. It's there. This ain't a conspiracy. This is not some shit I'm making up. You know? You could go to Fox News and read these articles. They're on Fox News. You know? Maybe they word them a little differently or put a spin on them, but you can just be not stupid and figure this shit out. This is not like the latest QAnon drop where Q said he's coming, and people were like, who's coming? Oh shit, Trump's coming back, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you're not being requested to infer a bunch of shit. You know?
Didn't they recently release a thing? Don't we know who he is now?
No,
who the guy is?
I don't know.
What's the guy?
Q?
Q? Is that it? Yeah. No, I think we know who he is now.
You mean he's not a high-level government operative with Yankee white clearance?
Yeah, exactly.
I love the name of that clearance.
Yeah, me too.
Now, James,
I just got a notification from Factor. Okay. My order has shipped using laser ship.
Oh shit!
Incredible.
It's coming via lasers.
That's right.
Yeah, it's gonna beam it into your stomach.
Yep. You don't have to do nothing. You just sit there and they're like, here's all 8 meals. You're like, oh shit. No, I don't eat them all at once.
Oh god.
I gotta poop now.
As our political expert, would it be unconstitutional or otherwise illegal if Joe Biden signed an executive order mandating that all, jobs provide, we'll say, 4 hours of paid time off to vote to their employees?
I don't think he's allowed to tell companies, like, you have to do this.
The most he could make a day a holiday. That's like the most realistic thing the president could do. Okay.
They won't do that though.
No.
That's something that could affect everybody in a match. I mean, just you have to ask yourself this question, right? And forget about everything I've said that you don't like, because I know there's people out there who don't like what I'm saying. All right, they don't want to hear that shit. Why isn't it a holiday to vote?
Right. Well, that's what it should be. That's what President Biden should sign an executive order.
Yeah.
Declaring,
Why is
It
it?
would be
holiday.
a shit show, but it would be a step in the right direction because, like, the roads would be, polling places would have a line a mile long.
Yeah.
But
Well, you make
at
it a
least people
federal
would go.
holiday. You make it a federal holiday. People are home or they're not home. You know what I mean? Some people are going to work through federal. Like you work at CVS, you're working through a federal holiday.
Right.
You know. But if you work shift work, you probably can go to the polls in the night or in the morning. You know.
Oh, what if they had them open 24 hours a day?
That'd be great too. You know. All of the 7th and the 8th.
What if we could all vote remotely somehow, like some kind of vote by mail system?
Or maybe a networked voting system that didn't involve paper because it's 2021.
You know what, guys?
Who knows?
That sounds rife with fraud to me.
Oh, it does. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We can't do that.
You're right. People are
How
constantly.
would we know? How would we authenticate anyone?
Well, it's like banks. Banks are always constantly getting robbed over the internet because it's rife with fraud.
It's true.
You're right. The internet's a very unsecure platform, and it's rife with fraud. Wait a second. Dude, I never understood that. I was like, when I was a kid, I was like, why is this on paper? I used to ask myself that in like 1982. I was a little kid going with my mom to vote, and I was like, why are you using paper? It's like, this is dumb. What? I don't understand. It's like a fax machine. It's like seeing faxes in 96. You're like, why is this still a thing? In 1996, why are we faxing anything?
What about now when we're still faxing things?
Oh, of course. Like, this is stupid. This is dumb.
It's the only secure method of giving someone your signature. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Why?
Old people suck.
True.
Sorry, old people.
It's like, sorry you suck, old people.
Yeah.
Yeah, deal with it.
Get good, as they say.
It's your own fault.
Get well, yes. The CEO of the Coca-Cola Corporation of America, not at all the name of the company, by the way, but is a British gentleman named James Quincy, who's quite white.
Oh, my God. Ho, 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 ho. Bish, bosh.
Yep.
But as I learned from Futurama,
There
the
you go.
Coca-Cola bottling plant in Atlanta is quite a big deal. So if they,
Yeah, that's...
Atlanta's.
there.
Atlanta's more than just a Delta hub, Evan.
yeah,
Yeah, so Delta and Coke are based in Atlanta.
Yes.
They're headquartered in Atlanta. That's why they're involved in that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I flew down to South America, we had to stop at the Delta hub, of course, in Atlanta. We ended up getting delayed for a whole day. So we stayed at a very nice hotel, actually.
Michael's time in Bogota, as they say.
That's right. Yeah.
as a cocaine mule.
South of the border, gentlemen.
That's right. That's right. Running that yayo.
Or as we like to say in the biz, that yay.
Yay. Yeah. Michael's drug name was Canada White. That's what they call him, Canada White.
That's redundant.
True enough.
Okay, so we talked about Mitch McConnell and his bullshit. What's this other thing here?
Oh yeah,
Is
this
it
is
related?
it's just Citizens United.
Which is what?
So Citizens United is kind of the counterpoint to this whole thing.
Okay.
This is the I don't know what you'd call it, the decision, I guess, the court decision that basically said that corporations can spend unlimited amounts of money, and that's considered political free speech. That's political speech, and they're allowed to because it's political speech.
Can we spend unlimited amounts of money
yes.
Yeah,
because of this ruling, or just in general? We always could.
we always could.
I thought
This
it was
was-
$1,000, or was it? Am I making that up?
I think it's unlimited not to any like one person, but unlimited like you can't. There's no limit saying you can only spend $1,000 a year. You can spend all the money you want.
So I could give 500 to Hogan, 500 to Mitch McConnell, 500
Yeah,
to this, 500
exactly.
to that, whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think there's a limit on what you can give per person. I think it's $10K or something like that.
Okay, got it.
But obviously it's problematic.
Yeah.
You have Coca-Cola paying somebody $10,000. You got to ask yourself, What the fuck are they paying them for? This is a corporation. Are they paying them for city ordinances for cleaner water? Are they paying them for because they love daycare? Like what possible are they paying them because they love the military? Like what possible reason could a corporation be giving politicians money? And if you really think about it like that, you realize there's only one reason. It's because there's some shit that they want made legal. You look at the plastics corporate companies are a great example, right? Back in the 80s, they tried to pass laws that forced plastic companies to clean up the outlet pipes by plastic plants. And these guys said, well, we're the cleanest in the industry. And they paid a bunch of money to a bunch of politicians, and the law died. Okay? Guess what? It turns out they're not the cleanest in the industry. They don't clean up at all. You go to the fucking plastics plant, and this is time and time again. People have done it all over the U.S. You go outside a plastic plant and you take a little strainer, a net strainer, and you go like this, and you'll scoop up a thing full of microplastics. And they said the ocean, they say if you're eating something out of the ocean, you're eating fish, you're eating plastic. Period. Guaranteed. That's one thing human beings on Earth can't get away from is plastic. And it's because of these plastic companies. All over the world, they're polluting like it's going out of fucking style. And we're talking about microplastics, like you're getting microdosed. Who knows what that's doing to us or our kids? So people are like, oh, millions of people have cancer. It wouldn't surprise me if they come out and say, oh, it's because of plastics or petroleum-based products in your body. I give you cancer. You build up so much of them that's that's killing people. Maybe maybe they'll find some moron-based machine. Michael's morons that can detect this shit in your body. I don't know. But, yeah.
So 2 things, James. Number 1, what could corporations possibly be giving this money to politicians for? Obviously, they're great public and private speakers. We know this. They have the best PowerPoint presentations, very motivational, uplifting speaking. The second part, maybe we should start injecting microplastics into humans. Because if there's anything that can, develop a bacteria to help save human lives by breaking down these microplastics, it's the human body. Then we extract those bacteria by draining the blood from the lower classes, dump that into the ocean, and the cleanup is done. Synergy.
I was like, where's he go with this? Is he serious? Is this a thing? He used to be serious.
It solves the microplastics
and he's like,
problem.
Drain the blood. Like, oh god.
It solves overpopulation.
Drain the blood from the pores. Like, oh shit.
2 birds, 1 stone.
So this reminds me of Bill Burr. This is kind of his plan too, right?
The pencil thing.
Yeah.
Dude, that's my fucking favorite.
Let's hear it. I'm unaware. I'm uninitiated.
Mike, do
Evan?
you want to, or should? So I'm going to
I'm going to butcher it, but go ahead. No,
I'll paraphrase. He's giving you a speech, a comedy speech about overpopulation, and he's like, "Look, some of you guys got to go. Okay, now here's like I'm gonna say a Scantron test. If you didn't bring a number 2 pencil, you're already out."
Yep.
Basically.
Exactly.
That would get rid of a bunch of people right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Like 85% of you gotta go.
Yeah, exactly.
Where are my pencils at? I have a pencil somewhere.
I was watching an older episode of Law and Order: Criminal Intent yesterday from probably 2002 or 2003, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's Bill Burr." Mm-hmm. He was in an episode for literally 10 seconds as a jogger who comes up and talks to someone, and he's like, "What's going on, sweetheart?" Blah blah blah. And he's like, "Oh, never mind," and runs off.
So
we
people
don't see why.
People like Bill Burr's in town. Let's get him on the show for a little bit. That's hilarious.
Well,
That's funny.
This is back when he was nobody.
Really?
So, yeah.
Damn.
Almost 20 years ago. So he was in little things here and there. Like you look at old Chappelle show. He's in that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the racial draft or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, he's one of the
One
announcers, right?
commentators.
Yeah, commentators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
played
like, I knew this would happen, so I stuck my car keys up my ass. No, like,
He played a commentator, not a commentator. He played a detective on a couple episodes of The Kroll Show as well.
oh really?
Huh.
That's funny.
That's a show I missed. Kroll Show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know he's in Breaking Bad.
Who, Bill Burr?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I never watched that show. I know I should, but I
guys
just
are
never
both-
get into it.
Missing out. I'll just say that.
People say that.
Sons of Anarchy also, I'll give an honorable mention to. Everyone should watch that.
I mean,
That shows-
Mike
that
is
shows a
caught
little-
up in the peer pressure of social acceptance, and
Not really.
James and I are individuals. And we
You know how many
make our own
times I've talked
choices.
to... I don't know that I've ever met anyone else that's ever seen... Okay, Breaking Bad, people have seen that. But Sons of Anarchy, I know it's a popular show and people like it, but everyone I talk to is like, nah, I've been meaning to watch that, but I haven't seen it. Like, no one's seen it. I'm like, okay.
Sons of Anarchy is fucking crazy. It's a crazy ass show. Honestly, that show's cool. Sons of Anarchy is fucking cool. It's a show that makes you want to be a fucking badass motorcycle guy. I think my problem with that show was I was like, oh, they're racist. You know, they're like they hate black people. I was like, I can't. I just.
Well,
I can't.
The main guy doesn't really. It's just the way things are, you know?
Yeah, Evan gets it.
Well,
Michael's like, look, I got to defend the show. It's one of my favorite shows. I mean, it's just the way things are.
It's like, I don't believe black people are inferior.
Yeah.
Just
James,
look
they
around.
didn't make the lunch counters separate but equal. They just eat there, you know?
Yeah, okay. I was just following orders here, Fry. Yeah.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah, it's a good show for sure. I mean, you're not gonna be done wrong by us watching it. It's a good show. I enjoyed it. I think the fucking when it got to the point where they're like, oh, these moolies, or you know, they didn't say that, but you know, like these whatever racist term they use for black people. I was like, oh my god, this is a lot.
Well, I think unless I mean,
And it was hard for me to root for my favorite characters when I was like, oh, these guys are all part of this like racist agenda. You know what I mean? Because
right.
maybe Jax Teller wasn't necessarily, but all of the rest of them were. And I was like, well, Jax Teller's character was raised by these guys, so he has to have some
Right.
of this in him. So I was just like,
Well, I mean, you see in the show, and I'm assuming this is probably true in real life to a large extent. All the motorcycle gangs are by race, you know, basically.
yeah.
So like they're of course white. Then there's like the Asian guys. Then there's the black guys. Then there's the like Mexican guys, basically. You know.
Yeah.
Hispanic guys, whatever they are. And of course they just call everyone by color. It's great. Like it's like white, black, yellow, or brown. Like that's what they are. Like
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, I gotta go have a meeting with black. Like, okay. Like it's about like the black motorcycle gang. Like I don't even remember what they're called now. But
Yeah.
and of course there's that new show now called Mayans, which is a
about Mexicans. or
sequel.
something. Mexican.
yeah, and that's about the brown motorcycle gang. The Mayans.
Yeah.
I have not watched that yet though. I need to check that out. I only like the white one. No, okay.
I mean, look, a lot of the characters in that one fucking cool. There's no doubt that the fucking characters are all cool. Like, most of them have their own, like, sketchy shit going on, but you're like, oh, these guys are badasses. Like, it has an effect for sure. Alright,
Yep.
anything in Stranger Danger? I see we don't have anything there, but any honorable mentions?
Nope.
Alright, cool. We'll just jump to Counterpart here. Not much to show you, but I'll stream. So, Counterpart is a TV show. I think it's done. 20 episodes across 2 seasons. Final episode aired on
Shame.
February 2019. It's a sad show. It's really good, though. Basically, the whole idea is... and the premise is there. I'm not going to read it, though, because I'm lazy. Basically... You have a mild-mannered guy who lives in Germany, working for some kind of intelligence agency, some kind of multinational intelligence agency, and he does his job. Everything's cool, and then one day he's brought into an interrogation room and told they need his help because someone has to speak to him, and they need to speak to this guy and get information from him, but he'll only speak to him. So they bring him in the room and they sit him down in front of a guy who is his doppelganger, his counterpart. Okay, and basically the story goes that in 30 years prior to the recording of the show, in like the late or early 80s, some kind of science occurred in the basement of this building, and said science created a copy world. So it's a duplicate of Earth, an exact duplicate, not really necessarily a parallel dimension or anything like that. Is a copy. It created a copy. So you go downstairs, you walk through this tunnel, and you're in the copy world. You come out on the other side in the same room in the other world. Okay? But something occurred, so at the 30-year mark, the worlds diverged. Okay? And they diverged heavily. So what's funny is, like, the other interesting thing, the other world doesn't have cell phones. They don't have digital cell phones. They only have analog cell phones. And like there's an embassy. They treat it like it's two different countries. So that line, there's a dividing line in the basement that's like, this is our world, that's your world. A DMZ, yeah, between the two worlds. And they have the two worlds trade information and things like that. So one of the commodities they trade is like, oh, the crop yields for this year versus the crop yields for that year. Like, what did you try? What we didn't try? That kind of thing. But there's a lot of tenseness and a lot of like agitation between them. And it's so funny because there's one scene where they're meeting in the embassy of the other world. It's in their world, in World A, in the primary world. They're at the secondary world's embassy in the primary world, like off-site in some house in Germany. And the guy's like, and basically they're very restricted, right? So when you leave the facility, let's say you're going to the embassy from the second world, they put you in a car with all blacked out windows and a security detail. They drive you to the embassy, and you get out of the car in the embassy. You never see any part of the world, because the idea is they don't want you taking something back that's going to change the other world. You know, they want to have absolute control over everything. So they go to the embassy, and the guy brings like a cell phone into the embassy. He's not thinking about it, one of the security directors, and his phone's ringing. And you see, like, as a watcher, you are uninitiated. You don't know what you're about to see. You just know that there's an embassy. Like, you basically know the basic premise. Like, there's two worlds, yada, yada, yada. But you don't know what's going on. And I'm kind of spoiling this, but this is like the third episode, so it's not much of a spoil. But to me, it was a powerful scene. So they're sitting there, I guess, sitting at the table across from this other diplomatic group, their embassy and their ambassador and everything else like that. And his phone rings, and he's a security director. He's got to get the phone, so he pulls his phone out, and you see everybody on the other side like, oh shit, you know, oh shit, what's he got? You know what I mean? And the guy, he takes it, and he answers the phone, and he says, okay. And he puts it down on the table, and it's open, and they can see it. And he's like, oh, shit, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And the guy's like, the ambassador's like, no, it's okay. He's like, it's so amazing what you guys can do with technology. We haven't figured that out yet. He's like, I wish, you know, we could work something out, you know? Like, it's pretty cool, man. It's a good show. Every episode keeps me guessing. And it's such an interesting, fresh premise that it's kind of sad that it's not a show anymore, you know? The main character is played by J.K. Simmons, and he's best known as the farmer's guy, you know? And he's also, I was talking to Evan and Michael about him earlier, and they're like, he's that guy, you know? And I think that's fair. He is a fucking that guy.
Well, he was the music instructor in Whiplash, which everyone was like, that's an amazing movie, which I thought was okay at best.
Never heard of it.
He played the father in the movie with Ellen/Elliot Page, Juno, which some of you may know him from.
Yeah.
As well as many other things.
But that's the kind of shit he does, right? Like
he plays a psychiatrist in a lot of Law and Order episodes.
Yeah, he does, yeah. But he's just like, he's a that guy, a guy who's like additional character. He's not so high on the totem pole that he's a guy who gets killed and everything, and he's not the bad guy and stuff. He's just like the psychiatrist or someone's dad. Yeah.
He's normally never the main guy.
Yeah. But this show, he's the main guy, and this fucking guy can act. Honestly, it makes me think I should look at more that guys and see what they do. You know? Like, what's the other guy who was that guy who died? The dad from Malcolm in the Middle?
He's not dead.
Oh, no, he's not dead. I'm thinking the other guy. I'm thinking of the guy from Saturday Night Live. But anyway, yeah, the guy from Malcolm in the Middle, he was that guy. Until he wasn't. Until he did fucking that show Michael just talked about that we were like, no, we're not going to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking Bad?
Breaking Bad, yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, I know. I'm not going to watch it.
Okay, Evan.
I just don't... I mean, I'm sure it's great. I just don't have any interest in it. I'm sure it's great. I know it's great, actually, but I just don't have any interest in it. I wanted to muster the energy to see it, but it's like so many episodes, it's like, I don't care. There's too many things to watch. So, but yeah, I mean, he was that guy until he was like, people were like, this guy's fucking amazing. But the thing is, these guys are very particular. You know, you're like, how do I find a role for this guy? Because J.K. Simmons doesn't look like an action star guy. But in this, he plays like a badass. He plays two versions of himself, which shows his range. He plays this timid, nice guy, and he plays a hardcore spy master badass. And it's fucking good. You're well served watching this show. It's only 20 episodes. It's really good. And there's a lot of hot chick nipple in it. Ooh. She's got those swollen puffy nipples. So let me see if I find her. Not her. This chick? This chick. Yeah, Italian actress best known for playing Baldwin in Counterpart. Yeah, she plays a character named Baldwin. And dude, she's got that skinny chick body, but it's nice. Mm-hmm. And she's got those puffy, like, succulent nipples, the ones that look like, you're like, oh, someone's been sucking on those. They're nice, man. Inappropriate conversation for the ladies in our audience, but great boobs.
I was gonna say, James, are you okay?
You know what? Instead of viewing this through the lens of objectification, let's pivot this to appreciation of the female body.
So, yeah, but I'm going to be honest with you here. After watching 10 episodes of this, I realize she's only in this show. She's in this show for two reasons. One, because she can act. She's a good actress. But they don't do a lot with her character. Out of 5 scenes, 3 of them are her having sex with another woman. Mm. So, and she's nude in all sex scenes. To some extent. So, I don't think they do enough with her. And her character Baldwin is a badass. Like, she fucks people up. And her fight scenes are good. Like, they're cut well. Everything looks good. The choreography's good. The fight choreography's good. Like, and they kill people in the most fucked up ways in this show. So, I think they could have done more with her, but they just didn't do a lot with her character. It kind of sucks. But she's a good actress, and her character's a full, complete character, but it's just like, it's obvious to me, and I learned this recently about Stargate, okay? Apparently, Showtime is the company who was like, oh, well, they gave Stargate a chance, right? So the first episode of Stargate has nudity in it. I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. The reason is because Showtime was adamant when they made the show, this show has to have nudity. You know? That's like, we're not going to, because Showtime was like, they didn't care about syndication. They wanted a show to compete with whatever HBO was doing at the time. So they were like, it's got to have nudity because we're competing with HBO. That's our competitor. Not TV, not your basic cable audience, not movies. There's going to be boobs in this. So, and there's full frontal nudity in the first episode of Stargate because of that. But there's also a recut of it for regular TV that doesn't have any of that. Mm-hmm. So that's what I saw. I didn't know there was nudity in it. First time I watched it, I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, so that's what they did here. That's what Starz did with this. This is a Starz show. And so this whole thing is filled with nudity. And I just feel like they added her character because she was hot. And they could do something with her, but this is too many sex scenes with her. Like, it's to a point where it's obvious she's there to fill a quota, you know? And they paid her. They're like, we paid her for every titty, so we're going to get all the maximum boobs out of this. You know, so I feel like that was a misstep. But it's a good show, and she's very attractive, and she's a good actress outside of being cute. And she has her character's well written, and her fight scenes are really good. So there's definitely something to enjoy there outside the nudity and stuff, but the nudity is definitely a big part of her character.
All right, then.
James Cromwell's on this?
Apparently
He must be in the second season. Yeah, this chick's in the second season. This guy's great. I don't know who this guy is. Nicholas Pencock. He's so good in this show. This guy's great.
Mm-hmm.
She's great. The show's great. It's a good show. You need to watch it. Yeah, Counterpart. Enjoy. I bring you guys the best things. It's just that simple. Okay. Nothing in game theory, nothing in product review. Did you guys buy anything cool? Michael, how's your fucking pillow, man? You've had it for a week now, right?
Oh, yeah, true.
It's like, well, I can't feel my left arm anymore, so things are not going well.
He's like, but the numbness, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it helps put me to sleep, so
he's like,
really, I can't complain.
Yeah, the pillow numbs him right to bed. It just slowly slips his body into a numb fit.
One thing I wish it had was a cover for so it came with a cover for the main wedge thing and the little pillow that goes in the hole, but it didn't come with and I realized it would be some kind of weird ungainly thing, but it didn't come with a cover for the big body pillow part.
I can guarantee they sell those on Amazon.
Yeah, but it's a weird U-shaped one, right? And it's really long.
I mean, that's how they are. So maybe
but I've never seen a body pillow like that. Body pillows are always like long and have anime girls on them.
So I think you need to expand your horizons a little when it comes to body pillows, because I'm pretty sure they usually look like mine, but are actually long on both sides instead of mine's just long on one side.
Oh, so maybe you can find You know what you do though, Michael? You go to I got a lady. You want to go to my lady? She's great.
Your lady?
Yeah, bring the pillow. We'll go to my tailor. She'd do it in her house. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you got a pillowcase lady.
I mean, she's a tailor. She makes stuff. She's great. Bring her a pillowcase. Bring her a pillow. Let her see it. Get the dimensions, and then come back in a week, and she'll have a pillowcase for you. She'll have like 3 or 4 pillowcases for you for cheap.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
If you can't find it, let me know. You take a look. Get back to me today, and I'll hook you up with her. I gotta find her name, but I'll hook you up with her. She's great.
So
she's fucking absolutely great.
I sent you a link to one pillow I found just as an example. That is like what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But there are other ones, too. So
this is how Michael sleeps every night.
Mm-hmm. I mean, kinda. I'm propped up.
It's like I have 2 soft men between. I'm sandwiched between 2 soft men.
And if you use a little bit of your imagination, it almost looks like an inflatable boat you'd put in a pool.
There you go.
I mean, it kind of does. So this one, is a little different than what I'm thinking of. But if you scroll all the way down and you see like related items or compared to similar items, you'll see what I'm talking about. There are other ones there that are like, it's the same on like both sides, like that one in the middle there. See, like that's
Mm-hmm.
Not that one with your mouse, but the other one. But yeah, that one. Like, see, it's the same right or left. It doesn't matter. So
yeah.
Or like the one on mine. There's a one. It's not shown on yours. That is similar.
So what is it with being pregnant that these pillows are good for you? I guess just props you up so you don't sleep on your stomach.
Support, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay.
The manzier, no.
Yeah.
You need support, James.
Well, to be honest,
that thing looks super. It looks bedraggled, yo. Look at that thing. Jesus.
It's like when you buy it from Wish.
Yeah, exactly.
You buy it from Wish, it's gonna be like this big, Like,
yeah.
Like, damn it! It's like this is a body pillow for dolls, no? Like.
Look at it, Michael. She lives like us. She's sleeping on a bed with no covers, no sheets, just right on the mattress.
And she's got a huge gut.
Mm-hmm. And she's fat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's slim. She's, what do they call it? Slim thick? No, I'm kidding. No.
Yeah, slim thick. Yeah, slim thick. Yeah.
No, I believe the word we're looking for is pregnant. But yeah.
Yeah, pregnant.
It's the same adjective could be applied to me.
What,
I'm pregnant. Yeah.
With 8 laser-fed
Yes.
keto meals.
Yes.
Mike is giving birth to octuplets.
Yep. Lasered into his food womb.
That's a great name for his stomach. My food womb is full.
Yeah, food womb. I like that. That's good. Every now and then, I get a gem. All right. So, Michael, you're gonna have to get us a link to that, and then maybe with the pictures, I guess, of your pillow. Just add that in there.
I think I put it in last week, but I can put it in again if you want.
Yeah, just put it in again. Why not? Yeah, you did put it in last week, actually. Yeah, but put it in again just so we can, maybe give us in a month we'll get another update. Because the thing about the sleep stuff is like, you won't know after the first couple weeks, but in a month or so you'll be like, oh man, my fucking whole shit is killing me. That's when you'll start to pick it up.
I mean, honestly, it is a little awkward, but I mean, I'm such a just whatever that I can just fall asleep and it doesn't really matter. So I'm sleeping like I could be upside down. I'd be like, cool, whatever. Like I don't care, So
Yeah.
So I'm fine. And is it helping my shoulder? Maybe. I don't know. It's not making it worse. Is it making it better? Maybe. We'll see.
Right.
We shall see. All right. Let's see. All right. So let's go down to the Yum update. So this is all. These are all going to be pretty much food or restaurant related.
I was like, is this kind of Linux train here?
Yeah.
I'm still reeling by the fact that the Yum update is about food and Linux.
Yes, it is both. So as this article states, there's a bar that's going to be set up in DC that's going to use an old Metro car.
I like that. That's fucking great.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure when it's going to be open exactly, but it's an old 5000 series car that they were able to get from Metro. Metro just is getting rid of them all. So
they're stealing ideas from my home city of Memphis, Tennessee.
Your home city, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's an establishment around here called the Railgarten, which is a bar/outdoor restaurant of train car stuff.
Nice.
How much is a 5000 series train car?
I don't know.
You could probably get one for like $60,000.
Jesus, that's a lot of money.
Maybe it's like
I think that's a hell of a deal.
like $500. Okay.
That's
You got to pick it up yourself.
Yeah.
You have to cover all transport costs.
See it on eBay. It's like local pickup only. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, it's like they can't mail it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I definitely want to check that out. It'll be in DC somewhere. It'll be in wherever this is, the Edgewood, Brentwood area of Northeast DC. So.
It would be cool to live in one of these.
You can.
What
Some
do you mean?
people do it every day.
You mean the pores? Okay, I didn't realize what you're talking about. All right.
Yes, the pores. Aren't we the pores? Well, maybe not. I gotta adjust my thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be able.
Mike, you're lower middle class now.
Right, I gotta look my nose down on other people now.
Yeah, man. That's when I got the new job. I started using the term "the pores" because I'm not one of them anymore. I'm better than them.
Nice.
Still
one paycheck away from being ruined.
Yeah. True enough, my man. True enough. Yeah.
It all comes crashing down.
Oh God, yeah, you're right.
No. All right, so I don't even know the name of that place, but we'll give an update once it opens.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Next up, Jollibee opened at Wheaton Plaza.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
Also called Westfield Wheaton.
Hey, did you go by yet?
No. So this is the thing they're doing. So I actually linked to the Instagram of not Jollibee, but of Westfield Wheaton, because all they've been posting is pictures of people going to Jollibee since it opened on April 8th. The thing is, though, you can only order by phone. You cannot order in person or online. And you have to... The phone lines open at 7 a.m. And supposedly, like, if you order at 7 a.m., then your order will be ready at 9 a.m. For instance. Like, it's a 2-hour thing. But I saw pictures on here of people, like, waiting in line to get in, like, to pick up their order. And people in the comments of some of these are complaining, like, I was on hold for 4 hours, I was on hold for this, like, you know, trying to get through.
It's like, God, it's not that serious. Just go somewhere
kind of
else.
Stuff.
Come
so
back
like,
in 3 months.
Because I was fine. Like, oh, like yesterday, I was like, oh, I'll order something, give it a couple hours, and I'll go over there. I'll head over there. You know, it'll be cool. But then I started reading all this shit. I was like, oh no, fuck this. I was like, I'll wait. I'll go in a month or whatever. You know, like
you've lived your entire life without this restaurant nearby. You can survive another month.
Exactly. So this is the first Jollibee that has opened in the Washington D.C. area. Although they've applied to open another one somewhere like Alexandria or something. So
look at all these happy Filipino people, and confuse everybody else. What is with this bee? I don't understand. Why is there chicken and pizza here? What is going on?
And hot dogs.
Yeah, and hot dogs. Why are hot dogs on a menu in a restaurant?
Spaghetti, pizza. I think there's pizza, right? Hot dogs, Chicken Joy. That's one of the other ones. Burger steaks or whatever. It's another thing they have. So
mango pies or something.
Mango pies. That's one of the big things. Yeah. So I definitely want to check this place out. Go over there, but you know, it's too crazy right now. So
yeah,
I'll go when things have calmed
down. You need to go
down.
take old Teresa. She's your license to all things Filipino.
Is she?
I mean, she looks like she is. That's all that matters.
She can translate.
Yeah, she can, sure.
It's like she looks like she might be Filipino. It's like
yeah, she looks like she might be Filipino. Just like you're my license to anything involving Irish people.
Am I? That's
why not? Why not?
Why not? Yeah. Makes sense.
Here's my man McCavish. You're like, McCavish? What the fuck? Teresa is not Filipino. Disclaimer. She's not Filipino. It's funny because I always thought she was when I first met her. I thought, oh, she's Filipino. She's not Filipino at all. Not at all.
Not even any kind of Asian.
Not even any kind of Asian. Not even a little bit.
You sure?
Yes.
Yep. Certain. 100%.
Can this be backed up with DNA sampling?
Yes. Look at that. Look at that picture right there. It's a plate of spaghetti with what looks like tomato sauce, shredded cheese, and I mean like shredded cheddar.
Yeah, and it looks like I see chunks of hot dog in there.
Yep. Okay, chunks of hot dog. Yep.
What is that perfectly round cylinder? It looks like a chunk of hot dog.
It is.
And then also in the same picture is a bucket of fried chicken. And also their
peach mango pie.
Peach mango pie, which is
too many tropical fruits in one pie.
It looks like a McDonald's apple pie. It looks the same as that.
This is a crazy ass meal.
Ooh, look who that picture's liked by, James.
Who?
Who liked it?
There you go.
There you go.
Old Mick Blower. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, man. It looks cool, though. I can't wait to try it. I mean, you guys know I tried it a couple years ago on my way back from the beach. I stopped at the one that's basically in Virginia Beach. But
you cheated yourself and you only got like three meals.
Oh yeah, I didn't get like 17 things. Yeah,
You didn't get the menu.
dude, they're yeah. I didn't call and just say yes or whatever. No, okay. Oh yeah, the other thing, the part of their current restrictions, you know, you get 2 hour this, 2 hour window, this and that, blah. You can only order up to $60 worth of stuff. Mm-hmm. I was like, God damn.
I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, this sounds like a lot, though. I mean,
Yeah, but people, if you haven't
$60
had,
at Taco Bell or something, like Jesus, you know.
but if you grew up with Jollibee in the Philippines or wherever this is from, I think it's Philippines,
you're like,
right?
this is gonna be a feast. Like you're gonna,
Yeah, you're like, this is like reminiscence for you. You're like, oh my God, we're going all in. You know what I mean? That's what you would think. You're like, we're gonna,
like Evan said, order the whole menu.
I mean, probably, because it's like, it's probably huge for you.
If you have a sizable family and this is a big event, you get 2 buckets of chicken, 10 pies, 4 plates of spaghetti, shit like that. That could easily be $60.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's like, and this is like reminiscence for you, nostalgia. Mm-hmm. It's a nostalgia food. People are gonna spend money. It makes sense. Oh God, he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, he's twerking. That shouldn't be a thing.
Look, so this is the main Jollibee account.
No, this is still Westfield.
Westfield Wheaton?
Oh, this is still
Or
the
is-
Westfield Wheaton one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so, actually. Or maybe
No,
it's
it is.
What's
I know
the
it says
Jollibee
Jollibee PH at the top for some
But
reason.
it also
I don't
has the
know.
Westfield logo, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's the Westfield. It's Westfield. The girl from, I think this black chick right here, see Westfield. I think she's their social media person because she's in a bunch of the pictures from the back.
Okay.
I think this is just they put Jollibee as the title of this story. See, Jollibee PH. Shop safe,
Okay.
Soho, whatever. I think that's what's going on here.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's open. Check it out.
That's
if you
exciting.
guys want.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to Jollibee. That'll be good. I can finally see what all the hype's about.
Okay. Next up, weird specialty stores, or restaurants, I should say. A special Taco Bell will be opening in
Let's
Columbia
go! Dude, have you ever been to one of these?
Heights. No.
Taco Bell Cantina, there's beer here, dude. They have beer, and they have the cups. Oh, I can't. I was about to pick this up and fucking dump coffee myself. They have the... if this is anything like the one that they have in the Taco Bell Cantina and they have the cups that at the bottom of the cup, you fill from the bottom. So you take the cup and go boop, and it goes... and it goes... like that. It's pretty cool. And then you get no head, no foam.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, Taco Bell Cantina. This is the deluxe Taco Bell. There's only...
Yeah.
We went to the one in Las Vegas many years ago when I went to
so
the
there's one
hacker convention.
I know there's one in Las Vegas. I know that there's one in Virginia somewhere. Like Alexandria or somewhere like that.
Do they have a slightly more upscale menu as well?
I believe they do have slightly different items on the menu. They said they have an open concept kitchen, a fancier dining room, and some new menu items. So,
What is...
okay. And it says most of them serve alcohol. So that one should have alcohol. So you can get something, a Twisted Freeze. You know, they have their freezes, but you get like an alcoholic version.
Yeah, it's like a daiquiri or something like that.
Yeah.
This is on April 1st. You sure this is the real?
This article, yeah, they said it's gonna open in late April.
Okay, where is Columbia Heights? Is that in DC somewhere?
I believe
Yes.
it is. Yes.
I think that it's Heights, but I don't actually know if that's what that means. If Heights is in DC.
Yeah. So apparently there's one in Alexandria right now. It says here.
Oh yeah, it's in DC. Okay.
At Columbia Heights.
So and so used to live over here.
Mm-hmm.
Good old what's her face.
Mm-hmm. Good old what's her face.
Ample parking, I see.
Yeah, right. This place will do good business though down here. I was hoping Columbia Heights was going to mean somewhere in Columbia, Maryland. I was like, oh, that's cool. Yes, I can actually go. Oh, I'll have to get the Goose Boys, the Goose Nest. We'll have to go down there.
Apparently, there's a Columbia Heights metro station on the green and yellow line.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Duke Ellington lived
out.
in Columbia Heights
Nice.
way back when. So yeah, so Taco Bell, here we go. So we all these cool restaurants coming to the area, which is nice. And then last but not least, here I put a link in here to Factor, where I'm getting my keto meals. They call themselves Factor, but it's actually Factor75.com. So,
They went to register a domain name.
And 1 through 74 we're taking. Yeah.
Yeah. Or no, it's like suggested names. It's like, fuck it. Let's just get this ball rolling.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. That's all I had in the Yum update. One of you guys have anything else to discuss? Evan, actually, before we move on, I just wanted to ask you, any Chinese food this past week?
I did get something. I went to get wonton soup, spring rolls, and I think it was beef with broccoli or something. No extras, but the store was kind of crowded. They were a little busy. Maybe she didn't want to.
Although that was your regular spot.
Yeah, she didn't want to advertise that I'm special.
Right.
Which I understand.
You're her number one.
I don't necessarily need all that added attention either. Might make me a target.
Have you done anything with all that ground beef and taco meat?
Freezer.
Oh, I ate the taco meat like the first week.
What did you do with it?
I
Is
put
that-
it in
Straight
a
out of the
crock pot.
bag. Oh no, never mind. All right.
Oh, okay, so you did like a kind of chili situation, sort of.
Yeah.
Did you add anything? I got some beans if you want. You can add like 7 or 8 beans.
That's a very tempting offer.
7 or 8 beans.
That's right.
Not types of beans, but single.
Yeah, 7.
There are 7 or 8 of
Yeah.
them.
It's a rousing excitement every time you get one. You're like, oh shit, I got a bean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're lima beans, but you'll like
I
them.
was just thinking about lima beans and how much I like them.
I like them too.
With
I
lots
bought a
of
can
pepper.
of them and ate them. I opened the can, drained some of the juice,
Right.
and put some salad dressing on it and ate it.
Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ, Mike.
What
Right
kind
out of
of
the can.
salad dressing?
Don't eat things out of the can. You're not a hobo.
Vinaigrette.
What did we sell it to?
Acceptable.
Dude, Michael, you can't eat like the poors.
I'm sorry, James. What have you been eating? He's like, I've been ordering steak tartare every night, my man.
I mean,
Lobster bisque.
I don't eat out of a fucking can like a savage or like a poor person.
He eats out of a styrofoam container.
Yes. It's a big difference.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if the fact that I can order food and have them waste styrofoam containers on me shows how wealthy I am and important.
It's true. You don't have to worry about the environment or other people.
I'm above it. I'm above it all. Get on my level.
Right. How many frustrating encounters with a delivery driver did you have
I don't want to talk about it.
Every single one.
Every single one. Everyone.
this week? I had one frustrating encounter this week. I was real lazy and I ordered delivery from District Taco.
What happened?
So, James, you remember where the Chinese restaurant was? That we went to in my apartment complex?
Yeah.
That's where District Taco is now.
Oh, man, I would have walked there.
Yeah, exactly. So I ordered delivery, but of course, if you order delivery, it's actually through DoorDash or something, right? So the guy said he delivered, like, I got an automated thing, like, oh, your order's been delivered. Cool. I go downstairs and look, like, they're just supposed to leave it, right? I go downstairs and look, empty. And I'm like, okay, he got here really fast, so maybe he jumped the gun on saying I delivered it. You know, maybe, like, he didn't come yet. So I went back upstairs, waited till like the delivery time that I was originally quoted, and went back down, still nothing. I call the guy, and he's like, yeah, I left it like 20 minutes ago. I'm like, okay, well, it's not here. And he's like, I don't know what to tell you. You know, basically, like, great, you know, like, awesome. So I'm like, did someone steal it? Like, what the fuck, right? So I get off the phone with him, and I ask my concierge, who's been sitting there, and she's like, I mean, nothing's her fault. She said,
Did she happen to be eating tacos when you talked to her?
No. She said there's been no deliveries. Not one delivery. Not that guy, not nobody, right? And I was like, huh, that's odd. So this guy's like, yeah, I delivered it. And she's telling me no one's delivered anything. So I'm like, she said a lot of times, sometimes they deliver to the wrong building. She's like, it could be the building next door. It could be 1200 or 1220 Blair Mill Road, which is around the corner. You know, this and that. I was like, She tried to call the building next door. No one answered.
They were too busy eating tacos.
Yeah.
I guess. Then she called the other building and actually got someone, and they're like, nope, we don't have anything. Like, okay. So she's like, why don't you just go over and see if it's over there at the next building? I was like, okay. So I walked over there.
Which, by the way, is a further distance than walking to District Taco.
It's not, but it's probably almost the fucking same. So yeah, real fucking smart.
Yeah, and not like you don't need to walk. You know, I wish I had a place that was close to walk to.
You can go to that fucking place.
What, Royal Farms and buy sodium chicken? I don't think so.
I meant the Mexican place or whatever. But yeah,
they closed. It's out of business. COVID killed it.
What?
Yeah, another weird taco place moved in their place, but I'm scared to go down there. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I walked down to the building, and I'm able to just walk in. I thought, like, oh, maybe the door will be, you know, you need a key to get in or something. Nope, walk right in. Like, all right. And my order's sitting there on a table. And I don't see a concierge, anybody in sight anywhere. I'm like, okay.
How cold was that food?
No, it was fine.
Okay.
And so I grabbed it, brought it back, and finally ate. And I was like, okay.
Did you call the guy and rip him a new asshole?
I did not. I had tried to call him again, like prior to me going, and of course, it's not really his number.
No,
it's some weird number.
Yeah, the number expires after like 20 minutes or something, or 30 minutes.
Yeah, so I tried to call it, and it was like, doesn't work. I was like, cool. Well, that's that. So
that's the biggest problem with Grubhub and DoorDash is there's no way to complain because they know their drivers are all fuck ups. There's no way to, like, they say it's done. You're like, okay, where is it? It's done, and then after, as long as they can hold you off for like 10 or 15 minutes, the temporary number you have expires. You have no way to reach them. There's no phone number to call DoorDash and complain directly to DoorDash or Grubhub, so you don't reach anybody there. All you can do is email somebody or go complain on Twitter, and then somebody will message you and say, well, what happened? You know, but they never are engaged with you personally on the phone where you can be like, huh! You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So everything you say is tempered by the fact that I have to type this shit out. I had to deal with that so many times, dude. I fucking hate ordering through them, but it sucks. You like if you want to order something, you want to get something as delivery only or something, you're basically stuck. You know what I mean? And you're a lazy whore and you don't want to fucking go drive anywhere. You know?
I mean, I should have just gone and picked it up. Obviously, you know. I mean, lazy.
Dude, I ordered. So I was ordering Panera Bread religiously, you know, every morning for breakfast. Wow. And dude, I get the food. The guy, I see the thing, it says, the map comes up, it shows the tracking information, but there's a grayed out box over top of it with the Panera logo plastered over top real big, so you can't see the actual what's happening in the background. Mm-hmm. So you don't know where the driver is or what's going on. It's sitting there, I'm kind of looking, like I can kind of see the dot moving behind it. I'm like, okay. You know, it says, oh, the driver arrived. I'm like, okay. To get in my building, you have to call me. I love this thing. It says black my phone out. I'm picking up, holding nothing. That's so weird. Anyway, so you got to call me, right? Now I'm actually holding nothing. Can you tell? Look at that. So you got to call me. You got to dial a code to get in the building, and then I'm gonna buzz you in. I'm not going to the door. I'm not going downstairs. It's DoorDash, not me dash to your fucking car. I refuse to go to your fucking car. I'm not going to meet you in the fucking lobby. You're coming to my fucking apartment. Because that's the service I'm fucking paying premium for. I ordered something for DoorDash. It cost $30. It cost me $50 to get it here. So guess what? You're coming to my fucking apartment door. I hate to be a dickhead, but that's what I'm paying for. I'm not a poverty asshole who has to work at door. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But that's how I feel, though. Like, you're paying for service, right? So take the time, bring my food, call me over the thing, like people have been doing for a million years, dial the number, it rings my phone, I buzz you in, take the elevator to the second floor. A lot of times when I was ordering food, I had gout. I couldn't walk. So I needed them to come to me. I couldn't go to them. So this one time I ordered food, the guy's like, the guy never answers his phone. He doesn't reply to any text messages. The food just never shows up. Even though Panera's like, it was delivered. DoorDash like, it was delivered. I call Panera. They're like, yeah, the guy picked your food up. I was like, great. Where's the food? I complain to DoorDash through their email system. And they're like, well, we don't know, whatever. So I said, let me just walk downstairs. Maybe the guy's just lost or something. I walk downstairs, walk outside. The food's sitting there outside in the lobby. Cold. Ice cold. I was like, come on, man. What the hell? It had coffee. I ordered 2 coffees. You know? Like, dude, this is crazy, you know? Not even to mention the guy who's scared to death of COVID, but he's a delivery driver. He's like, I don't take elevators. That guy, I almost never see the same driver, except for that fucking guy. That guy's like, I refuse to take elevators. And you say, James, why is it a big deal if he takes elevators to stairs? Who cares? Because the stairwell here is fucking locked with a security code. It has a fucking key fob to get in the fucking elevator, the door, into the thing. So if you can walk into the staircase, but you can't leave the staircase. That means I got to come out and get you. So I come out and get you. I say, okay, thanks for the food. Guess what? How are you going to get out of the staircase? You're trapped. You're locked in. You know? You got to walk out, go through the garage, walk around the whole garage, get outside. So I tell the guy, first time I meet him, I say, I don't take elevators. Even though my instructions clearly says take elevators. I was like, okay. I was like, you're going to be stuck in there. You're going to be locked in that room. I'm sorry. He's like, he looks at me. I was like, you got to take the elevator. I don't know what to tell you. He said, I'm afraid of getting COVID. I was like, aren't we all? I was like, okay. He said, I have a compromised immune system. I said, you're delivering food. I don't know what to tell you. Mm-hmm. I mean, it can't be that compromised. You're delivering food. Maybe it is. Maybe it's so compromised you shouldn't be walking around. Like, why are you delivering food? But here we are in a public space, in the filthy hallway of an apartment building. You're delivering me food. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I mean, how clean do you think these fucking stairwells are? You never been to a stairwell that smell like piss? I mean, my stairwell doesn't smell like piss, but I'm just saying, like, this whole thing is like enclosed spaces versus non-enclosed spaces. Is like, stairwells ain't clean. That elevator gets cleaned every day. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I just hate those systems, man. DoorDash, Grubhub, and I thought many times, like, maybe I can like do a better one or something. But dude, the only way you can do this better is if you get the FCC, I think, the FCC and the FAA to clear up, or the FAA to clear up, to let drones do the work. You got to eliminate people altogether. You need drones, and you need a system where the drone can bring the food to the door, and that's a drop-off zone. So everyone knows you're never going to get the food to your door, or the apartment has a built-in system that takes the food right to your house. Mm-hmm. You know?
Thus adding people back into the equation.
I guess. People have to walk down and get their food. I don't know. But all I know is...
hire someone from your apartment to deliver the food from the lobby to all
I mean,
doors.
They could do that. The concierge, I don't know, but I doubt they would do that. There's just too many people. But, I mean, I would be comfortable as long as they said, look, we're not going to ever bring the food to your house. You know? But there's no allotment for, like, you know, there's instructions, but none of the drivers fucking read them. You don't know how many times drivers call me from their car. I'm here. And I'm like, so?
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, I'm here too. I said, okay, I'm upstairs. They're like, silence. I was like, go to the lobby, dial the code. It's on the receipt. Look at the receipt. The instructions are on the receipt. Like, I take the time every time I order to write a fucking instruction set. Dial 948 at the front door. I will buzz you in. Take the elevator to the second floor. Walk out the second floor door. Look to the right. My apartment's right there. And I know when they call me and say I'm in the lobby and I buzz them in, I'm standing there waiting for them. I'm like, here you go. They don't even have to find my door. They look out the thing. I'm like, here you go. Thank you. That's it. Mm-hmm. You know? I try to make it as easy as possible, but I'm not going to walk down there. Not because I'm too lazy or anything like that. Well, I'm lazy. But because it's just like, I'm paying for this. I pay. This shit is expensive, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. I've lectured you guys about that. Oh, enough. Michael, what do you got? You're the only person in the extras.
Yep. Just wanted to mention here, one of our friends of the show here, one of our good friends, Mr. JC, is going to be on a podcast called A Tilted World. I believe it's coming out this coming Wednesday. So I put a link to their website. It's just atiltedworld.com. Or you could just search on any podcast platform, A Tilted World. And, you know, it's on iTunes, it's on everything. So check it out. As far as I know, it's a comedy podcast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Definitely want to check that out.
That'll be good. Is he in a
posted.
closet?
Yes.
Okay. He's in a closet. Cool.
He's like literally in the closet.
He's literally in the closet. Yeah.
James, please, that is a vocal studio.
Yeah. Underneath where hangers dwell.
That's for sound dampening.
Yeah. You see this thing right here, right? You see this thing? That looks familiar, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. That's a fucking pop filter right there.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
That's cool. We know that. We know this plane.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
We know this plane. That's what I said.
I know. I didn't understand it, but that's fine. I was going with it. I was like, yeah, cool.
Well, they got merch. Wow.
Yeah. Why don't we have shirts?
Look, I made mugs and business cards. What else you want from me?
Oh boy, where are those business cards at?
Oh, I still got like 600 of them.
Yeah, me too.
I still got some somewhere. I forget where they are now, but they're around.
I just found a box of them. I just found the business cards, and I was like, all right.
I forgot
and
about
the mugs in the thing. Yeah, you know why you forgot about it? Because it's all black. You wouldn't. You don't remember it until it's
you
like
put something hot in it.
Yeah.
And the picture shows.
Oh,
Your mom.
I don't put anything hot in any mugs.
Your mom probably sees it every now and again. She's like, oh, you know, like that.
Right.
Oh man, yeah. Okay, all right. Well,
Evan, get on this.
What? No.
IOpanelmerch.net.
Well, no, it'll be iopanelmerch.net, but we'll just have Tilted World merch on it. We'll just
send them to this site.
Yeah, we'll send them to this store. Yeah,
our affiliate link.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool, I'm down.
All right, so we'll check this out, Tilted World Podcast. They have 50 episodes. Looks good.
Nice. All right, cool. Anything else?
Nope.
I got nothing. Evan, nothing from you, buddy?
Nope.
What are you doing tonight?
Sleeping.
Sleeping. What are you gonna do after the show?
Eating. Eating and eating and eating.
I'm gonna go lay down and watch some Twitch.
Oh boy, who you watching?
I've been watching a lot of Summit 1G and the GTA No Pixel RP streamers, but he's not streaming today, so I may pick someone else. Summit
is a classic. He's always a fucking. Mm-hmm. He's a good streamer. He's a good streamer all around. I saw him. He was streaming the other day. He was streaming Pirate.
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. Yeah.
Yep. That's a fun one to watch too.
Yeah, he's. There's something about him. It's so funny because he seems like a B player in the streaming world, but he's really like the streaming guy. You know, like he's. I mean, obviously there's other guys, you know, who are up there too, but his energy is so good that you just watch him and you can just chill and watch him. You know what I mean?
He's committed. He's respected. He is genuine.
Yeah.
He's admired.
Yeah, he's a genuine guy.
He is kind. He is bold. He is fresh. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's been 27 for like 8 years.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's at least 38 years old.
Yeah.
38 years old and 4'4". Yeah.
Yeah.
Summit 1G. Yeah, nice guy though. Good all around good streamer.
I don't like how his first name is actually spelled, but who am I to judge? He's rich.
What's his first name?
Jared.
Oh, yeah.
Jaryd.
Yeah, he's weird. That is weird. Yeah, that's a weird way to spell Jared. Do they have anything about Jamie up here? No, they don't. Okay. We'll have to watch. We'll have to pay attention to that. All right, anyway. All right, I guess that's all we got for today. Michael, you got any? What are you doing after the show? Let me bug you real quick. What are you eating today? I know you always get a nice meal after the show.
We'll see. I went to the grocery store earlier, picked up some provisions.
What? Here we go.
Some more lima beans.
No lima beans this time. A lot of canned fish. Canned fish products.
Sardines or salmon?
I got pink salmon.
Okay, that's not bad.
So they've been having the pink salmon a lot recently for the same price they have or better price even than they usually have the
tuna.
The better tuna. So I've been just getting. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll just get the pink salmon then. So I've been getting that, and it's almost the same as the tuna, honestly. So
pink salmon. What else?
I got two cans. So similar format to the sardines, but they're smoked oysters.
Okay.
You know, 2 cans of that.
What do you do with those? What do you do with smoked oysters?
Either just eat them right out of that, or put
crackers.
them on toast.
Okay, all
You
right.
can do crackers, yeah, I guess.
Is it a Canada thing?
I don't know, James.
Is that something you do on the cold?
It's probably a culture thing. Something you wouldn't know anything about.
This is a French boy thing.
Like
That's
I just
likely.
said, culture. It's
A
not
bad
for the
parenting
pores.
thing. That's what it
It's
is.
not for the pores, as you like to say, James.
I guess.
I also bought a can of whole oysters, so that's a larger can. You know, not like a small flat can, but
What do you do with those? Same thing, toast?
yeah, but you know, I usually just eat them right out of the can. You know, a savage. So, what else did I get? I got
How much salt you must intake in a day? I wonder.
probably not enough. No, I don't know. Probably a lot. I also bought a can of red salmon. So got that.
So red and pink maturity level or something?
Food coloring.
I don't know if that's true. I think it's actually
Red 40.
a different fish, if I'm not mistaken. But, I could be wrong.
Is it a flavor thing why you selected a different one?
Well, the red salmon is the one that Evan will tell you comes full of bones.
I've had that one, and I've been like, I was going to ask you, I was like, pink salmon has bones in it, doesn't it? Yeah.
No, red salmon usually does. Pink salmon, not usually.
Okay.
So,
The bones are soft, though. You can chew the bones.
I mean, you could eat
Yeah.
them if you really wanted to. It's fine.
Yeah,
you
they're
know,
really
but,
soft.
Crush 'em up.
But usually we just pick them out. You know, we pick out most of the ones you can. So if you leave 1 or 2 in there, it's not the end of the world. So
Where are you going to get your calcium?
True. Process those
my
bones.
bonitis. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got all that. But I also bought a thing of ground beef. So we're gonna make some hamburgers tonight.
Nice.
But no buns, right? Just hamburgers. I bought a can of peas. And yeah, I got some potato salad. Deviled egg potato salad, to be exact.
It's good.
That's probably great.
Mike,
Yeah,
I
I actually had some earlier. It's pretty good.
I want you to do something next time you go to the grocery store for provisions.
It's a commentary on peas.
When you think about buying canned vegetables, buy frozen. Just give it a shot, especially peas.
It's true.
Frozen peas are fantastic.
Yeah.
Canned peas are mush.
Well, not only that, but canned stuff has too much salt. It's full of preservatives. Like literally a spoonful of canned peas is probably like your day's amount of sodium you should have. Like it's a shit ton of salt. It's just a shit ton of salt. I mean, I used to do canned vegetables. I didn't know they'd be different. I was like, all right, whatever. But now I do frozen. And it's fun. Frozen's fine. You can nuke them, add some seasoning in the like put them in frozen and add seasoning on top. They're good. You put them in the frying pan, add seasoning on top. They're good. You know, shit. I've done some risky shit. I'll take like let's say a chicken breast, cut it up, cook the chicken breast, and once it's about 90%, I'll throw frozen veg in there, and then let that cook a little bit. The chicken starts to get all the way done. Then I'll go crazy. I'll take the whole thing, take the whole pot, walk over to this fucking sink. Okay, I'll put rice in there, raw rice. Hold on, raw rice. Then fill it up about halfway with water. So then you got a total mess, and you're thinking,
yeah,
this is a disaster.
I'm making paella.
Yeah, you're like, this is a disaster. What's he doing now? Then you take that whole thing, you put it on the stove, low simmer. Okay, you cover it up with some foil or a lid. You come back, you got something nice. Something fucking nice. Rice is nice and soft. Everything's seasoned all the way through. Chicken's juicy. It's still good. Could be juicier. I mean, this is definitely like a ghetto way to do this. But, you know, you get something nice all in one pot pretty easily, you know? I'm just saying, frozen veg is a great way to go. Dude, frozen spinach, huge fan. It's a shit ton of spinach in a tiny-ass fucking bundle, you know? And you can put it in eggs, frozen. You can put it in a thing, frozen. It's just gonna, you know. I mean, I would put it in the pot first with a little butter, and then give it a little quick go through. But I mean, it's gonna be melted down in 2 minutes or a minute, you know. And then you can just throw whatever you want on top of it. And it comes with its own liquid, so you don't have to add. You're not gonna have to add water once you start unthawing, you know, putting like frozen onions or frozen something into the pot. Frozen's good, man. Frozen's good. It's just better. I mean, nothing's as healthy as fresh, but trust me, I'm with you. I get it. Like, you're gonna fucking stuff goes bad before I can use it. So I see the appeal of cans, but it's too much salt, dude. Cans are the biggest trick that American corporations played on American people. All these fucking preservatives are killing us.
Well, I'll take that under advisement, James.
Michael's dad worked for Big Can. He's just he's on board. He doesn't care.
Yeah,
he was an aluminum salesman.
Yeah, he's an aluminum salesman. Big Tin.
That's right. That's hilarious. Man. That's actually hilarious. All right, James. Well, I'll take that under advisement. I also got, though, from the deli counter, I got some roast beef, freshly sliced, and I got some Genoa salami.
Ooh. Yeah. See, when I thought you were embracing the poor life, you went Genoa on me. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you know you got wealth.
That's
Genoa
high
salami.
Quality cured meat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. You know what I had earlier this week? So I discovered this place called Rothgard or Roadgard or whatever. And I would order from them. I had this ritual that went for about 2 weeks, and I recently stopped because, you know, I'm on my mom's meal shit now, and I'm gonna try to stay on that for a while. But I would order 3 ham and cheese croissants, and then 1 Rachel sandwich. So you know what Rachel is? It's a Reuben with turkey. Okay, that, and they grilled the whole thing like grilled cheese. Nice. Nice. So good, man. Evan gets that meme. It's so good, dude. And so I called them on Friday. I mean, I ordered on Friday to get my ham and cheese croissants for the day and my fucking sandwich. And they were like, it was like maybe Thursday. And the lady, she called me back. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have any of the ham and cheese croissants. We only have 1. She's like, can I give you, she's like, how about pepperoni and cheese? I was like, She's like, how about Genoa salami and cheese? I was like, oh. Au contraire, mon frere. Send me a package. You know? Nice. And that was pretty damn good. Really salty. Like, the Genoa ain't fucking around. But it was really good. Genoa salami, folks. If you're not on, You just don't know.
It's very similar to hard salami, but has a nicer, it's a little softer and a little nicer flavor.
Smooth, right? A little smooth, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
One other place I've been meaning to mention, but I kept forgetting. I put it in the extra section now. A restaurant actually close to you, James. The Corner Stable.
The Corner Stable. It sounds like a
I've only had it when I've been over at my
horse
buddy's house.
place.
There's one in Columbia and one in Cockeysville.
Ooh.
Would you say that James lives in the neighborhood?
I would say he does. And they sell. James,
This guy.
you know what you
This
order
guy.
from them? You order ribs. Order ribs from them.
Isn't this the place we went after we left Ed's?
No.
Oh.
We probably went to Clovis.
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
that's where we went, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to order some for next week? I'm going to order some for next week and bring it down. Are you going to JC's for,
Oh, yeah, true.
I could order some for next week. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. I mean, I guess check with him and see what they want to do. But
Yeah. I know they're smoking some meats.
right.
But,
But this would already be cooked, I guess. But
Yeah.
these ribs are insane.
So you tried them. You like it.
They're fucking nuts.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Like you pick up the bone and the bone just comes out. It's like, oh.
Nice.
It's just falling off, like, and it's so good. Oh my
Okay.
Beef or pork?
They're
Or
beef.
both?
I believe they're beef.
ribs. Beef ribs are great, man. So good. Totally underplayed, but they're good. You don't see enough beef ribs.
Yeah, here they have it. Baltimore's best baby back ribs, $22.49. Yep,
Nice.
that's it.
Very good.
You can
All
get
right.
sweet original sauce, smoky Texas sauce, or sweet and spicy Carolina. And it comes with 2 sides. So
Nice. Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
it's good. Good shit. Good shit. And it's not even like, I don't even know if that's like their specialty, but they're so fucking good. It's like they sell all kinds of stuff. They have Reubens. They have, a shrimp sandwich, jumbo crab cake sandwich.
I bet
they
their
have all kinds of
Reuben's
stuff.
great because they got their own corned beef there. Probably. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They have good stuff here. Yeah.
We'll have to check that out. Remind me, Michael. I'll pick some. I don't mind. I'll go to the place before next week we can try it out.
Okay.
I'll bring some down. All right. On that note, let me straighten up my seat here. Look into the camera.
Oh boy. Okay. Let's.
Get with me. Is that what we're doing? Yeah. If you're not watching the video, then I don't know what's going on in your life. You're missing stuff. Anyway, okay. Thank you for tuning in for another weird and wonderful episode of the IO Panel. We will be back next week to do it all over again. By all means, please go to iopanelpodcast.com to support our show. There's a ton of links on the right-hand side for Patreon, Amazon affiliate link, all the places you can find the show. There's tons and tons of things up there. Our YouTube. If you're listening to this show through iTunes or Google, one of my neighbors is fucking killing each other out in the hallway. That's great. If you're listening to us through any of those methods, by all means, check out YouTube. The video's up there. You'll see us in our in living color, being wacky and doing our thing. Thank you for tuning in as always, and we will see you guys next week.
trust to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, taking off without the same mistake. Darling, where you going? It won't be as simple for you. Time won't change anything if I don't know how to grieve. The current that pushed against the tide. Maybe once, maybe twice, I turned around to save the time. Now I know how to leave the side. If I saw another day, only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realign. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, taking off without the same mistake. Can I leave it all behind? Follow all the leading signs. When the dark is growing and the light is closing, tell me where you're going. Won't be as simple for you. street light at the young so I could show you you're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Me under the mezzanine just so that I could show you you're golden. Hey, you're golden. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. Golden. When we meet, hold my hand in the darkness. Summer heat, bodies laid on the carpet. Eye to eye, glistening. No, I saw it. I saw it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street light at the young so I could show you you're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Me under the mezzanine just so that I could show you you're golden. Hey, you're golden. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. Golden. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. You know it. Yeah, you're glowing. Golden. Golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street light at the end so I could show you golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the